All right, time to get out of everybody's way. It's time for Daytona 500 live stream dedicated to Ryann Clapham and Bellamy Young. Let's do this. Boogity, boogity, boogity. It's time to promote it on TikTok. Well then, you must be talking about Phoenix Raceway. All right, so we have one person watching. Got TikTok blowing up my. I don't care. If it's not a legit message, go away. All right, let's promote this shit. All right, guys, the day has finally come. I'm finally up for a race, and I'm going live on YouTube for the 64th running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, dedicated to Bellamy Young, one of my ultimate favorite actresses from Promised Land and ABC, who plays the character who shares my girlfriend's name, and of course, dedicated to Ryann Clapham for her Bobby Labonte 18th birthday, where I invite her little bro, one of my very best friends, the Alex Trebek birthday boy, along with the other brother, Lincoln, and as well as Casey Melvin, and of course my neighbor who I met through them. It's his family, the grill bomber Braxton Jarrett, to come watch. So therefore, Mark Oliveris Enterprises is where it's at. Be there. And we got Big Daddy Phrase blowing up my phone. Jesus. Okay, so Mikey Frazier is rooting for Harvick, even though I don't like him. Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch. Oh boy, it's going to be fun. Row number 2, the drivers that won the duels Thursday night, Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher in those RFK Fords. Row number 3, a rookie, the 20 Xfinity champ, Austin Cindric, and last year's Daytona 500 champ, Michael McDowell. Fords in row 4 for Harrison Burton and Ryan Blaney. Style of Ryan Blaney yet. Hey, who's ready? You got us?
Hey, I got you.
All right, man. Them Fords have been looking good. You teammates have been working well together. You got enough to stay up front today?
I sure hope so. What's up, man? I think me, Austin, Joey, and Harrison Burton work really well together. All the other 4 teams we got. So, we're all working together trying to stay in the game all day. We have to do much less than ever, but we'll figure out where we're at. Definitely.
All right, buddy. Time to shine. Let's see it. I know. Sorry, I've been slacking on the upload. And Kyle Busch, 2-time Cup champion in his 17th 500. Row 6, the 2020 Series champ, most popular driver, Chase Elliott. Christopher Bell, he's been a truck champion, a USAC, and a Chili Bowl champ. Row 7, Eric Jones, won here in the summer of 18. Oh, that was a crazy race. I do remember that. That one was a Wreck-A-Mall Derby, too. I won't be surprised if today's like that as well. 2-time Xfinity champ and the 2018 runner-up, Bubba Wallace. Row 9, Kurt Busch won the race in 2017. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won the July race here that year. Ross Chastain. Ty Dillon could have won, but hey, what is what it is. The 2015 winner. Daniel Suarez driving for Pitbull, and Kevin Harvick. My father's favorite driver, Suarez. God, I hate Harvick.
All right, man. Tell me how you're going to get us in victory lane today.
The first thing we got to do is keep it rolling. I think the second thing is just keep it on the lead lap and see how this race plays out. I think as you look at the style racing, I still think it's going to develop. So we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. I appreciate
Okay, I got to take some of this out.
Bring me a race car back in one piece of it.
Who's all here? We got 3 people watching.
And Corey LaJoy, top 10 here the last 2 years. Justin Haley won here in the summer of 2019. Ty Dillon back in
Ty, yes!
Landon Castle makes his 7th Daytona 500 start, and the Biff is back.
Booty Biffle! That's what I call him, Booty Biffle. I think I call Bob Barker Booty Barker.
Has 2 Truck Series wins, and Denny Hamlin, 3-time Daytona 500 winner, starts 30th. Cole Custer, the 2020 Rookie of the Year, and Cody Ware in his first Daytona 500.
Oh, the slow-ass Rick Ware car.
Champ Daniel Hemrick.
Hemrick! But he has to go to the very back, even though technically he was already back there anyway. Yeah, Austin.
Another flirting Eric Almirola nearly won this race in 2018.
Yeah, baby, go Austin. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
95 Indy 500 winner and 97 Formula One champion completes the starting lineup. Time for the Toyota Rev Up to Green.
Toyota is proud to debut 3 new race cars this weekend. On Friday night, the all-new Toyota Tundra TRD Pro turned fast laps here at Daytona. Today, the next-gen Toyota Camry TRD takes center stage, trying to deliver a 4th Toyota Daytona 500 win. Later tonight on FS1, catch the brand new
Trying to
Toyota
see him.
Super Funny car speeding down the track in Pomona. Here's to a new era of Toyota racing.
We have a lot of assets here for you in Daytona and in the Charlotte studio. Let's get first to our crew chief, former Daytona 500 winner, Larry McReynolds.
Mike, winning this race in 1992 with Davey Allison and 1998 with Dale Earnhardt, 2 of the biggest moments of my career. When I was working on short tracks, I never even dreamed I would be working on a car in the Daytona 500, much less winning it. The minute a season would end, that next day, I was working on that Daytona 500 car. And when you win the 500, it does not stay with you the rest of the season, not the rest of the career, but the rest of your life.
Damn right. We said this in 2010 when Jamie McMurray won it. Yes. Oh, shit. It's already going. It's already going. And away we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
20 rows deep. Fords, Chevys, Toyota in 2 long freight trains as they come.
And away we go.
We'll see how they sort out as they begin stage 1 of 3.
Love it.
And the 64th Daytona 500 is underway.
And thank goodness, no rain this time. Hell yeah. I'm still promoting this guy, so bear with me. Finally up for a race.
That's Tyler Maughan. He is the spotter for pole shooter Kyle Larson, who will not lead the first lap of this 500.
Brad Keselowski will. Leads lap 1. I do miss the old days when you got 5 bonus points for leading a lap and then 5 extra for leading the most laps. That's what I grew up with.
The Fords were fast. The Fords were a family in this race, and I think that's what you're going to see a lot of today. A lot of communication, a lot of cooperation.
Oh no, that Austin Cindric, and it's going to take me a while to realize that the 2 is not Keselowski anymore. But yeah, but I got it right the first time. Keselowski led that first lap.
Roger Penske last season in the number 2. Xfinity champ Austin Cindric has been elevated by Team Penske to fill that seat as Keselowski goes over to become a partner in what is now Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing.
I think this is a theme we're going to see all day today. You're going to see cars of the same manufacturer grouped together. That doesn't necessarily have to be of their own team. It doesn't have to be teammates, but they're going to stay with their own manufacturer.
You also see this outside line really forming, getting that big chain going, and I already saw Ryan Blaney move up to see several cars. Hey, spotter, you heard him. Get me up there, find me a hole, because this bottom line is shrinking fast.
This is something we've seen a lot. As soon as guys start to the top, it is a bigger sense of urgency to get to the top than it is to actually get to the bottom.
It'll take teamwork. All right, so those guys all line up on the outside. How can a bottom line get going? Talked about it when they at the green flag. You got to find your allies, got to find your teammates, your manufacturers, all them boys, stack them up, work together, and push hard.
4 Fords at the front. Kyle Busch got up into line and brought Christopher Bell, Martin Truex with him, along with Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace. The first Chevrolet is Stenhouse in 10. This is Daniel Suarez from Fox Visor Cam. Oh, but this morning he's got a good car and he plans to be a little aggressive with it.
He certainly was there, and what I thought, that's all right there, that's an accordion. It stacked up, getting out of the corner. He just didn't quite see it, hit him a little bit harder than they even expected. You heard him have to get clear out of the gas.
Yeah, that's not as aggressive as they want to be on lap 3 or lap 2. They've got a long day. They've got to learn a lot today, and that's the biggest word that we've talked about all morning and what we're going to talk about all day. These guys, this is the first time they've been in a pack that's this big, so they're all trying to figure out, hey, what's their balance feel like? It's sunny, you got bluebird sky.
Oh, Samuel, I didn't even know you were there. What's up, buddy?
So finding out what these cars are actually.
Please bear with me. I'm actually trying to get more people on here. Are you from TikTok or something? Are you from TikTok? Here, hold on to it. I'm promoting it from. If you're from TikTok, I'm promoting the live stream there. So bear with me, and I have to post it on Instagram too.
Daniel Suarez here. Tennessee's baby, best bar in the town. Love that car.
Rush hour at 187 miles an hour. Rookie Harrison Burton leading that group on the low side, watching car after car go by on the top. That's got to be tough.
I can promise you, he's not worried about those cars on the top right now. He's sitting there focused on that 9 car that's trying to get him and get that line on the bottom moving.
And that's full contact right there.
Yep.
Heck of a bump draft by Chase Elliott. That's probably the longest all week long that I've seen somebody be able to push. So you know that 9 car.
Oh, hey, Mango. Hey, Mango. Sorry if I'm not paying close enough attention. I still have to promote more stuff, more of this on all my socials. Mine is Facebook, because most of my younger friends don't use Facebook. I mean, some of them have gotten Facebook, but not a lot of them anyway. I'm sorry I've been slacking on the upload since my birthday passed, but, you know.
Huge gap.
Took about 6 links out of the chain, looked to me like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate this keyboard on my phone. It drives me crazy.
Christopher Bell, a lot of energy on that inside line now, with all those Toyotas, 5 of them in a row.
And I was surprised to see the top 2, to see Keselowski and Cindric on the outside not get down.
Yeah.
That shows you how important that manufacturer play is going to be.
All the energy came right out of that outside line. It's now the cars.
How long have I been a NASCAR fan? Believe it or not, this same race in 2001 where we lost Dale was my first race. And the Christmas before, a neighbor bought me NASCAR 99 for the PS1, which is the game that got me into NASCAR. And it wasn't here in Ohio. It was in Michigan in the Lenore house when I lived there. Because my father's job transferred us there months earlier, New Year's Day 2000.
The Fords up top. RFK, Penske, RFK, and front row. All lined up.
I haven't seen the Toyotas all week long, and then here it is, the Daytona 500, Kyle Busch and company, Martin Truex right there pushing him.
You never do you, Tony? I mean, the Fords make a lot of noise. The Chevys qualify fastest. The Fords race best on Thursday. Where are the Toyotas that come Sunday? Oh, there they are right up front.
Yeah, they have a real bad habit of doing that on race day. But, you know, that is traditionally, you hit the nail on the head. You always see the Chevys qualify up front. You always see the Fords run together. But it's really hard. It's hard to predict because you never seem to get enough of the Toyotas together in the qualifying races to see them get that.
Yeah, this is my office area. I appreciate it. My bedroom is a little bit of a bigger mess, but I've been trying to work on cleaning that more, and it's upstairs. This is the office where I watch NASCAR, the San Antonio Spurs, and my favorite shows.
Spot is the best spot. It's the one that you control. So that's where Brad Keselowski is, and he loves it. Remember, Keselowski's a Cup champion, has 35 career wins, but no Daytona 500 trophy. That in itself should be enough motivation for today.
Okay, Instagram, I'm going to promote this, then I'll pay attention to you guys.
And remember, he lost his dad back in December, so a lot of different emotions for Keselowski. And Mike, that Harley J. Earl trophy, it represents much more than...
Oh, there goes Hemrick. Oh, great.
Absolutely. They're lapping past Daniel Hemrick, who due to an inspection failure had to do a pass-through penalty on Fifth Road after the green flag.
Well, that's one guy. That's one guy down. This is as close as it's going to get, unfortunately, because even if I wanted to, it'll unplug the computer, and the computer's already fucked up as it is. Otherwise, I would. Sorry, David. Do the races ever get boring? Well, it just depends on you know, if it's Daytona or Talladega, it can get a little exciting most of the time. But this is where all the crashes happen. Although some people don't watch plate racing no more because some of the crashes get so scary, it looks just like a video game, like in Thunder 03 and Thunder 04, where, you know, it could injure somebody, where in the game you can get away with it. Yesterday in the Busch race, we had a crash that looked exactly like a video game, and somehow the Myatt Schneider, the guy who flipped into the fence, walked away. It was a miracle that he walked away, because my favorite driver went into the fence in 2015, the same year I moved here, months before I started working at Murray Ridge.
Numbers are everything in NASCAR, from your car to your stats to your season ranking. But right now, there's one number that stands out: 0. Why? There's the challenge of just getting on the track. Then the pressure of breaking barriers and inspiring a generation of future drivers. It's a sport where sponsors...
What do I think about Dale Earnhardt Jr.? It's not that I didn't like him or hated him. No, it's just I wasn't crazy about him because I just preferred his dad, even though I barely missed his Hall of Fame career by one race and 199 laps in the fourth turn. And it was this race in 2001 that it happened when we lost him. That was like the last major NASCAR death we had until like safety and innovation has come a long way since then. I mean, the last major death we had after Earnhardt, like, you know, in the same year, like in ARCA, Blaze Alexander, Charlotte, 2001. And ironically, Earnhardt's other son, Gary, was in that rep.
Brad Keselowski, the leader in Daytona. Let's take a look at today's fourth performance track facts.
Luckily, Kerry wasn't injured in that one. He wasn't injured in that one. But Blaze Alexander wasn't so lucky. All right, now let's watch. I'm done promoting.
We knew he'd go for the front early. Kyle Busch is the first Toyota in 6th.
It's a lot of two-lane, the way it should be.
Here in Daytona, it's right in the middle, and you'll watch the.
Do I watch hockey? No, but if I don't, I should. Well, I'm not going to, because it's for me, NASCAR and basketball are the only sports I care about until the day I die. Sorry, pal. I'll never watch another sport outside of those two.
The reason it's not working, there's only 2 of them. You use the word energy. There's no energy right there right now. No.
Yeah, Hemrick's down already.
Push come to shove. Watch. That middle line will be.
Wait, who's that slow car? Oh, it's Jacques. Okay, it's Jacques.
Dropping back, going 1 lap down. They had some problems in their qualifying race. He's up on the high side, the former Formula One champ.
And you saw Harrison right there get loose underneath of him. That's going to be something that we watch as these tires start to wear out. Everybody will be something sliding around.
Let's go to 8th place, outside pole sitter Alex Bowman and Regan Smith.
Well, Mike, you mentioned it started on the front row for the 5th straight year. Alex Bowman fell.
Did you watch the dunk contest? Hell no. I mean, the thing is, I'm not fully blown into All-Star Weekend anymore like I used to be. You know, and I heard the dunk contest sucked ass last night. And that's a shame, like Shane Neal, considering they held it in my home state, All-Star Weekend in my home state this year. It's like somebody said on Twitter, like the dunk contest hasn't been good since 2016. He's right, because of the fact that I actually saw that 2016 dunk contest, switching back and forth between the Clash and the All-Star Weekend. But ever since then, it hasn't been that good.
everybody in the field learned from that mistake made. But you know, hey, Sony, what are you going to have to do to win this race? If you're
How do I feel about DeJounte? I don't even give a shit about the All-Star game. I'm just glad that a Spur got in it for a change for the first time since 2019. If I want to be honest with you.
Kyle Busch leading that inside train. We listened in.
Yeah, Hemrick's down already. Yeah. Oh, there go the bottles. There go the bottles.
In the middle of the corner, we hear a lot of RPM drop that we don't normally hear from the last generation car. It just seemed like the cars get bogged down in the center corner. And that's what Kyle's talking about. It just doesn't roll the corner and maintain speed. That's why that top lane is
Hemrick down already.
Because they can stay up, get a big run up the hill, big run down the hill coming off, and keep that momentum going.
Car inside is Martin Truex. We'll have a look there and we'll get his telemetry up. He's in 17th place. Green, of course, is throttled. You see him there. Stay off the back of the car in front of him, which is Christopher Bell. The red line is the steering wheel angle.
No way.
And then there's a brake light at the bottom you'll rarely see.
But staying on that right now, you said it. As soon as we came onto his telemetry, you saw him lifting out of the corner. Now watch him as he approaches Christopher Bell right in front of him. He'll have to lift out of the gas. Those guys on the outside with that big run that Cody was talking about, they hold it wide open. Letting out of the gas and creating a slack in the chain, if you will, that loses momentum, and that outside will prevail every time.
And that's the key right now. I mean, if you're able to
favorite car design in NASCAR, like what do you mean? Like the car make, or like the kind of car that the manufacturer makes? You got to be more specific on that.
Brad Keselowski's done all but one lap so far. He's a 7-time Super Speedway winner, most of all active drivers.
Another commercial? Are you kidding me?
Some assembly required. But if there's one thing this country has always embraced, it's a challenge.
Another full screen commercial.
120 years of building for those challenges. We're taking the
Another full screen.
And making them electric by revolutionizing the way they're built and where they're assembled. For a few, for the many.
You can't be serious.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join it.
Ooh. Call Logano. Hey, Joey, you can save money if you fill up a Shell if you use Advanced Auto Parts Speed Perks. Dude, I'm way ahead of you. You saved at the pump? Yeah, I saved at the pump.
Oh, thank you, Mango.
Now you can
And don't you guys agree that full screen commercials at Daytona and Talladega, aka restrictor plate races, should be illegal in case the back gets tight and then they one little bump and then the big one. Even as a kid, they had a tendency to do that, but not as bad as they now. Sorry if I'm blocking the view. I have to put these bottles up. These bottles drive me crazy. Okay, here we go. I have to move to the side because when I have to move to the side so you guys can see, because when I tried, when I live streamed the Mountain Dew Southern 500 last fall, people bitched at me that they couldn't see the TV, so that's why I have to move you over here. I barely got any sleep last night, and somehow I managed to be awake for the race.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is sponsored by Ford. Built for America. And by Credit One.
I mean, under yellow, commercials are fine. Under yellow, it's fine. But at least under green at Daytona and Talladega, do side by side. Why can't NASCAR be like Formula One and have no commercials, or be like IndyCar and do side by side commercials every time? Who's all here? How's Margaret doing? Oh, she's doing amazing. You should have seen the field day we had. I think it was the day after my birthday. Oh my god, it was quiet, but not with her. It was quiet, but not with her. She was the only exciting part of the day after my birthday. A record-breaking 11 visits to me. Half of them when I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, but they're going to stay together. They're going to have to feed off of whatever.
And tomorrow will mark 2 months since we've been together, even though she's not going to be there tomorrow. Since she only comes in Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I might have her in more YouTube videos this year, considering she's going to be my live-action fan away to the live-action Pat Sajak that is me for Wheel of Fortune live-action game night.
It looks like that inside line just keeps getting better and better. No, by the way, is that 11 car Denny Hamlin start clear at the back of this field? Already start to find some momentum and marching towards the front?
Oh, the imposter and Brett Bodine's number. Oh, shit. What kind of job do I have? Kind of hard to explain. It's harder to explain the one I have now than the one I had before. All I can tell you is it's in the same building, but like a different program. They kept me in the same building, to keep me used to the environment. You know what I mean?
Baseline heart rate is 53. He's right at about 93.
Okay, someone on Twitter said they need to do an F1 where they can have no commercials, although they don't have that. I suppose they don't have that kind of money. I agree. I don't think NASCAR has that kind of money.
Hamlin works at that. He says his exercise routine is geared around keeping his heart rate down. What was your exercise
One hell of a
routine?
TV. It would be one hell of a TV bill. It would be one hell of a TV bill if NASCAR did have that kind of money. Who's going to have to take the lead? Oh, here comes Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell alongside third place Chris Buescher, and looking at the deuce of Austin Cindric and race leader Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, commercial. That's what IndyCar does. Why can't NASCAR do that? I mean, the only time NASCAR does it if it gets late in the race. That's it. But sometimes with even 10 to go, they've done full screen commercials, which has pissed off a lot of fans in the past, especially at a crazy race like Daytona and Talladega. F1 has no commercials, period, but NASCAR doesn't have that kind of money. Even if they did, it would be one hell of a TV bill. Okay, Noah and Austin are in 26 and 27. They're playing it smart, hanging back.
He has that flexibility to not feel like he has to be loyal to
Would be great, though. Yeah, you're right. True that.
It's the first time I've seen separation in this outside line, but I think it's because, in fact, everybody keeps moving back and forth. As those cars come off of there, they lose their momentum, and guess what? Kyle Busch.
Oh, here comes Kyle Busch to the lead.
Because the outside lane detached and the bottom lane was all fully formed up, nose to tail. Laps complete. We're not sure when this first pit stop is going to happen, so we're going to keep it right here and go Fox.
Oh, they're doing it side by side, Mango. They heard you. They heard you. They heard you. They're doing it side by side. See, I told you they sometimes they listen to the fans. Oh, side by side commercials. They heard you. They heard you.
Most people know that bundling home and auto saves you money. But did you know that new customers who bundle and save
I side by side.
$800? Sleeping Beauty. What to do?
Whenever you crack open a Busch Light, the mountain starts singing.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you.
What is going on?
Oh, there goes the bottles again. Kenny G from Smooth Jazz V98.7 and 107.3 The Wave.
Every day brings new opportunities.
Yep, they did side by side. See, they did. They heard us bitching. They heard us bitching in our basements, office, living room, through the streets. So they listened to us.
Push the limits of what's possible with a lineup of Ram trucks built to serve.
Right now, during the Ram President's Day sales event, get 0% financing for 72.
Oh no, Biffle's in the garage. Well, that sucks.
The sound is unmistakable.
That's unfortunate. I wanted to see him do good today. Dalton Good! So I saw Dalton Good on TV! Oh shit, Dalton, I saw you on TV!
We've got trucks, we've got camping, we got fights, we've got action. It's the Pennzoil 400 race week.
No.
Did I mention kids' tickets are just $10? It's Vegas, baby.
Saw you on TV. I think that was Dalton Good. I hate rap music outside of select songs. The only select songs of rap I listen to are the ones I've heard in like NBA Live video games because, you know, only rap music appears in NFL and NBA video games. And NBA video games I used to play as a kid, which is how I've heard of some rap songs that even the general population has never heard of. Because, you know, the radio doesn't know of them, the media doesn't know of them. That's why they never played them.
Just sit down.
Like there's songs from Live 2005, Live 2004 that I was crazy about because I played the shit out of those games as a kid. My favorite kind of music is Latino music and smooth jazz. Latino music, my father and his family gave it to me in the 90s when I was 2. And then smooth jazz, living in Michigan, gave that to me.
Bubba just told him, don't push me off too. The car's too unstable. Guys, this track feels a lot different for these drivers, and you hear him talking about it, being very careful. There's his moment. Boom, he pushes Bubba right there.
Man, Biffle's already in the garage with engine trouble.
Today, Busch Light and the Busch Race Team are giving away prizes all day. Here is your first opportunity from a driver from the Camping World Cup Series.
Cobb from the Busch Race Team
Yeah,
here.
we're hoping to do
Busch
well.
Light is giving away a brand new Ford Mustang. Tweet hashtag Busch Race Team and hashtag sweepstakes now for your chance to win.
32 laps complete. Brad Keselowski's been out front for 25 in his Mustang. Kyle Busch.
Well, my Spanish is very limited outside of Ricky Martin, but like watching Promised Land on ABC and then after tomorrow Hulu is actually helping me, you know, learn more about Spanish culture more than I ever learned, you know, with my dad's family. Almost, yeah, my whole dad's family is Latino. That's how I learned how to say some Spanish, but I only know my full Spanish with Ricky Martin and sometimes Robbie Draco Rosa because he and Ricky have been, you know, best friends since childhood when they were Menudo, aka the Spanish Backstreet Boys. I think people are about to get some pigs.
They were the last ones to pit and then took 2 tires.
Man, I hate that for Biffle.
For the end of the thing, won both of the duels.
We're going to watch carefully as they come to pit road because with the much larger brakes, you can stuff underneath an 18-inch wheel versus last year's 15-inch wheel. Drivers are taking it deeper on the pit road.
Get ready for pit stops. That outside line led by Brad Keselowski wants to get to the bottom, and Keselowski's teammate Austin Cindric is behind him. But Keselowski wants to get out far enough to where he can bring Cindric and also the 17 of Buescher and the 34 of McDowell with him. So that energy on that top row, if they can form up and get to the front to where they can get down, it'll be mission accomplished. But right now it's a struggle.
Yeah, it looks like somebody turned the switch off on that outside row.
Well, I think everybody keeps ditching the outside row for that very reason. They keep getting down below, and then they lose their momentum on the outside. Of course, he wants to get down, but you can see.
Hopefully, as long as nobody gets hurt or goes into the fence like yesterday. I mean, no one was hurt yesterday, but a car in the Busch race went into the fence. As long as none of that happens, we should be okay. And you'll get to see how my crazy side when I'm watching live and they crash at Daytona and Talladega.
We're going with our teammates. We know that our allies. The difference is huge brakes. These cars have more grip there. Now Tony, they can get in the corner way deeper than.
I just don't want no one getting hurt and they're going into the fence. Even my favorite driver went into the fence the months before I started working at Murray Ridge. And luckily, he walked away with nothing but a bruised tailbone. Imagine if all these catch fence crashes we've seen in recent years, even the Newman crash, happened with the Gen 4 body and the Gen 4 safety innovations. It's either a fatal accident or the drivers are on their way to the hospital with serious injury at best. Hell, Myatt Snyder probably would have been on his way to the hospital or dead if this was his crash happened in the Gen 4 era. Oh no.
Yeah, that is what we call a hood flap, and that's in case the
I've known about hood flaps since I was a child.
got the sheet of mandatory parts that has to be.
And look at the Joe Gibbs train in the front.
Well, it's on it, Larry.
It's my grandfather. And that's a good question. I think this should be a Las Vegas NBA team. Oh, people getting some pits. Time out. People getting some pits.
It's going to be a two-tire change. This right side and gas for Cindric.
Okay, since, my grandfather accidentally picked out cherry Coke on the 4x20 instead of regular, that's why my grandmother saved 16 ounces just in case of that situation.
Stuart Haas, Front Row Motorsports, most of the Fords made their pit stop here at lap 39.
And here comes the Toyotas. They're coming.
And they're bringing a lot of Chevrolets with them.
Here we go. People getting some pits. Because in the EA NASCAR games, it's a 70-mile-per-hour speed limit.
And Truex, as far as he's concerned, he said they just want to get through this race clean, especially these early stops, Regan.
Kyle Busch has been happy with his race car all week. No different today. Not a word on the radio for Kyle Busch. Jamie.
And the 20th, Christopher Bell, you guys just mentioned, you heard Larry talk about that hood flap. They're not fixing it. They're going to leave it as is, as they make the right.
Well, I hope you guys don't get black flags for that. Oh, Ty was in the pits. Austin's brother was in there with him.
Great point. And that's the gamble there. But the biggest thing is that I'm looking at for these pit roads is the efficiency. Who can do this as a group more efficient than the other? Oh, got a spin.
Where? No surprise. No caution flag. No caution flag.
Made a nice save there.
What a save.
And the speeding police have
Popo. Hold on, Mango.
a speeding penalty in the last 2 years of the Daytona 500. Jamie.
Harrison Burton.
Who sped? Okay, anyway, do I like any other motorsports? I watch the Monaco Grand Prix if my body cooperates to wake up early in the morning to watch that. And of course, I'll watch the Indy 500 and nighttime IndyCar races. That's it. Damn it!
He's back in the Cup Series with Petty GMS Motorsports.
Yeah, Ty Dillon got too fast entering past her.
Motorsports and Maury Gallagher's GMS Racing. Two-car team, 42 and 43. So Joey Logano.
It's still early, so hang in there.
From the back. Out front, Kyle Busch up high. And we're right back at it after green flag pit stops. And one spin.
And no caution flag.
Every big idea.
This season's off to
Every how they do that starts here, the blank page. Artists and writers know the tyranny of it well, but so do developers, data scientists, CTOs, the new creators. To them, we say, let's create something that changes everything. the end. Let's create.
NASCAR Race Up.
No, I hate football. You should know this on TikTok. I hate the NFL. The most overhyped and overrated sport in America that I don't give a shit about. Because it's always shoved down our throats every year, along with the fact that I have to see it plastered all over my social media timeline from everybody. Like, it gets really annoying. And of course they wreck under commercial.
Kids are supercharged, non-stop energy-burning machines.
Gotta straighten out the bottles like Scott Pruitt.
But we can make it easier to schedule appointments. And get the care you need today, tomorrow, or right now.
I live for the game. Know what else I love? $20 scratch-offs. Hear me out. I could win millions instantly and buy tickets to see all the big games live. Or I could win the ultimate sports trip, also known as the Priceless Experience promotion. Flights, lodging, thousands in spending cash, and championship tickets to the 4 major sports. All for $20? That's a big W.
Whenever you're up, we're on Cleveland's own Fox 8 News in the morning. Runner caution in Daytona. The wildest graphic scheme here is
So of course they wreck under commercial.
He lost a wheel, and the 14 lifted Chase Briscoe and got hit from behind and spun. Have a look. There's Briscoe's red number 14. Austin Cindric is right behind him.
Like soccer? Ew, no. Fuck soccer.
Everybody just scattered waiting on the caution there.
Here's the radio chatter.
Sorry, they didn't know the yellow was out.
He actually hurt his left before he spun. That's exactly what happened. I don't think it hurt it too much. You see sparks flying right there. Obviously, you don't want to tear the underneath sides of these cars up, but I think you'll be all right.
Yellow's out, turn 2, spinner, keep down and out of the way, wait them off.
How's like that at 180-some mile an hour? Woohoo! That'll wake you up.
Well, thanks to Major Tractors for that view. Our onboard cam. Chase Briscoe makes it on into his pit stall.
I just don't. It's just I've never liked soccer, never liked football, never liked baseball, never liked hockey. It's always been all NASCAR and basketball, and it's never going to change until the day I die. And that's the sports I grew up with and got used to. Never been able to get into any other sport.
Plain aspirin could be hurting your stomach. Basilor 325.
I know. It's like, eat a dick, Fox. I'm already looking forward to NBC. I mean, Fox has some great broadcasters, but they're like behind-the-scenes production of how they do the broadcast is absolutely dog shit. And it used to be good when I was a kid. You know, when Daryl was there, Steve Burns, may he rest in peace, and he was there. Matt Yoakum was there. But it's like ever since Fox started getting rid of the wrong people, and all their personalities are like decided on their own to leave, or they just died. Like Steve Burns, it hasn't been the same. I mean, some of the good people are still there, but a lot of them are gone now.
But we could all use more ways to say.
I can squeeze you in between swim class and Kevin's Harper style at 3:30. Always eating beans at 3:30.
Right. Switch to Geico for more ways to say.
Tell you what about Tuesday?
What does the future of strength look like? It's a personal trainer that assesses your strength and adds weight as you progress. It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout. And it's a roster of coaches that motivates you to get stronger, faster. The future is strength you can feel and results you can see. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
In here, it's savings on a wide range.
Fox is a shit company.
There, it's fresh towels and fresh.
Yeah, NBC's better. I mean, the only good thing about Fox is the big leap and pivoting. Like their shows are good, but their sports and their sports stuff is absolutely awful.
Tonight's special is going to be an oven-baked salmon and a 32 sweet reverse. You need a stick, right?
Yeah. Need more football? USFL launches this April.
How's that go? I knew I was in trouble when my own wheel and tire.
You picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel.
Is a major infraction and will result in a 4-race suspension.
Oh, that's going to be one hell of a bill. That's going to be one hell of a bill. Because it's not like the old days anymore. You can get away with that.
Shows you how big those rotors are. You're actually driving in on the rotor. It's a road flat. Yeah, and it's not a.
Don't you fucking dare.
He said, we just came in to top off. We're completely full of fuel now. Most everybody else isn't. That means on the end of the stage, we won't have to take as much time on pit road.
Thanks, Jamie. Now, Briscoe and Cedric got back out there. No big problem on either of those cars. But Larry Mack, you got some explaining to do. We only have one lug nut. How do we lose a wheel?
No, it's a great question, Mike. So the hub on all four corners, they have drive pins on it. And then the
NBC has good shows, yeah. Although they haven't aired Weakest Link in almost over 2 years since they brought it back with Jane Lynch. Only reason why Ann Robinson didn't come back is because she retired like in 2012, right after the series ended in the United Kingdom.
18-inch diameter BBS forged alloy wheels on all these Cup cars, new for 2022.
If she hadn't retired a few years earlier before they brought back in the United States, of course she would have brought it back, or she would have came back. At least that's what I think.
Awesome sight. I can tell you from the driver's standpoint, when they pulled off a pit road and saw the crowd from inside the car, that gets your heart rate going in a hurry.
A couple of drivers made a second pit stop during that caution, including outside pole sitter Alex Bowman. His first stop was fuel only, but he came back in for left side tires. 21 to go in this first stage. The stages are 65, 65, and 70 laps to make up the 200 laps, 500 miles as we approach the Geico restart zone for the first restart of the day.
Okay, first restart, 21 to go in stage 1.
That is Denny Hamlin's spotter, Chris Lambert. He's second on the inside. Kyle Busch, the leader. Joey Logano in a backup car. Didn't take him long to find his way to the front.
No, and he's aggressive. He's a great restrictor plate driver.
Do I like golf? Holy moly, that's it, because I love Rob Riggle. That's the only golf I watch, even though I haven't watched Holy Moly in nearly over a year.
I think you can put Denny, again, we talk about three-time champion and Denny, and you never, fully understand how did he get that done? That's always the question, and exactly what you see. Went from 30-something to right to the front, and not only that, he's already lined up with some teammates, some allies for the help. Learning a lot early in the race with both of those guys.
Brad Keselowski's like 26 laps so far, but he is currently in 8th place. Vince?
Well, Mike, all these teams have access to the other team's data, and Keselowski was very curious about how Kyle Busch was driving his car when he took the lead.
Austin 31st. Holy Moly is a great show. Yeah, I miss watching it, honest to God. The last time I watched any ABC game show was in the summer of the wild ass summer of 2020. But it's like, take summer 2020 and summer 2021 and put them side by side as comparison. Two totally different dimensions. In 2020 we couldn't interact. In the summer we couldn't interact with our loved ones the way we were used to. But in 2021, as soon as we got the tools to fight all this shit, it's like we can go kind of get back to the way we're used to interacting with our loved ones. And it made us like live a life, and then make it seem like the pandemic doesn't exist. I mean, I know it still exists. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that we had a lot of tools to fight it, last year. The vaccine and all this shit made us live a much better life, like it doesn't exist. Even though it's still out there, it made us feel better about ourselves last year compared to the year before.
They also crashed in the Thursday race. They fixed the car and won the Daytona 500. That was Trevor Bayne.
Oh, I remember that. I lived on Sandhurst in the Brook Park house at the time. I had just turned 17, and my mom's side of the family came to my birthday party. 2012, we just went to the 500. 2013, it was my dad's side. 2014 was my mom. 2014, I think was, and 15 was my combination of my mom and dad's side. And 2016 was the grand finale. A shitload of people came. And we had to have my dad stand out there and guard the door because my dad said I can invite a limited amount of people. I invited a whole crew. Okay, I'll continue that story in a minute. What happened? Oh, Bubba. Whoa! Yeah, I basically invited half the neighborhood, people from work, my old teacher from high school. It was probably one of my favorite days of my entire life. And what was my favorite season of my entire life? The 15-16 season.
Now let's talk about that double yellow line. Harvick crossed it. And that is not a penalty. However, if you go below the double yellow line to improve your position,
that's a black flag.
Going below the yellow line, that can be a penalty.
Bigger than that, look at the momentum that he.
I love how when I was a kid, you can get away with forcing someone below the yellow line. That if we would have had this rule in 2008, then maybe Tony Stewart would have got penalized with the EA Sports 500 2008, and Regan Smith would have won that race. I gave WWE a try one time. It just didn't stick. That's the problem. I gave MLB a try. It just didn't stick. Me and my dad did go to a Tigers game a day before we went to MIS in 2008. And as soon as we were walking out, we were walking across the street to get to our car, and it just started coming down hard rain. But luckily, it dried up in time for MIS the next day. It's one store memory with my dad I'll always remember. Going to a baseball game one night and then getting poured on, and then the next day we went to sunny old MIS.
go places.
Here's my dip.
Did you bring your 7-layer dip?
Yeah, but it's just 7 layers of beans.
Resourceful. Or did you invite all your friends to watch your favorite team?
They're losing, but that's okay.
So you really, baby, there's nothing
Got
better.
Fox.
I bet you probably done something. Deserves a Dr. Pepper. Into like sports. Your
We
girlfriend's
got Fox's horse shit.
No, I love sports.
Maybe it's another refill at your favorite diner. Or
When it
waiting
comes
for
to their
some
sports.
or Sunday afternoon in the produce aisle. These moments may not seem remarkable, but at Pfizer, protecting the regular routine every day drives us to reach for exceptional. Working to impact hundreds of millions of lives, young and
It's like enough with the full screen commercials.
The KFC chicken sandwich is only served one way.
Wait, the caution's about to come. See, the Fox just keeps getting NASCAR and Fox keeps getting worse and worse every single year. Are you kidding me? I mean, their shows are good, but oh my god, their sports block is awful.
At lap 52, Justin Haley having a problem.
We're missing all the good stuff because of.
Lost a tire, but that tire looks intact, so he did break a wheel.
Oh, another tire just came off.
Different scenario right here, and the wheel is broken. Now these are forged.
Oh my god, this is going to be one hell of a repair bill. God, these tires, man. These loose wheels are going to result in. God, this is going to be one hell of a repair bill. Tire.
But again, Tony, just like, look at the tins. There's hills are not on it either. Hills are sheer dogs. That's going to be tough to overcome.
The bottles are coming loose again.
I'm going to tell you it's a loose wheel.
Only 4 cars on pit road. As we're under the second caution period of the Daytona 500.
Undercomer. You didn't see it.
Oh, this guy's hilarious.
Come on, Vengeance. Who are you under there? Are you just hideously scarred?
What am I live streaming on? It's my computer, even though it's kind of fucked up. I have to get a new one because, you know, this computer has actually gone a little haywire.
Stretch your dollar with 11% off everything at Menards. Give any room a fresh look with the beauty and durability of tile from Mohawk. Mohawk features over 350 ceramic, porcelain, mosaic, and glass tiles. All Mohawk tiles are 11% off. Complete your tiling job with professional quality installation products from Tack. Menards carries Tack mortar and grout to work with all floor and wall tile sizes. Get 11% off Tack products at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
People count on Spectrum to keep them connected to what matters most. Our commitment runs deep, with over 93,000 employees and a network almost 800,000 miles long. Our commitment? It's local, too. We live and work in the communities we serve, cheer for the same teams, shop at the same stores, and work hard to deliver the best internet, TV, and mobile services. Because, well, we count on them, too. We're Spectrum, connecting the places we all call home.
If you have psoriasis, it's time to see the possibilities with Taltz. Up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz. Fox 8 News in the morning, voted by you as best in Cleveland.
We all know there are. Do I play any video games? Oh, you betcha. You betcha. EA NASCAR, Crash Bandicoot. Although I haven't played Crash Bandicoot in forever. I watch people do it though, but EA NASCAR I plan to play for the channel in the future once I keep getting better equipment. Let's see who's all here. Mango's the only one here.
Welcome back to the Daytona 500 on Fox. We're working the second caution of the day. Justin Haley lost a wheel and tire. And during that time, the 14 of Chase Briscoe was damaged in the first caution. You saw him dragging the rear diffuser, so they're taping that up at the rear of his car. There's a look at it.
Do I like Sega? I only play PlayStation, that's it. No Sega, no Microsoft, very little Nintendo, but it's always been all Sony. Especially this is my favorite video game. My favorite shows have been our favorite game shows are Sony shows, Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. And my favorite video game outside of racing is Sony, Crash Bandicoot.
It cleans up the wake of the air off the rear of the race car, which is better for a car behind you. That car is still in dirty air, but not as much without the rear diffuser. And the other thing, it has a center flap in case the car turns backwards, and there's a detent. I think that's what they were working on the 14 car we sold with Joe Logano's 22 car in the dual race.
Thanks, Larry. Justin Haley is still on pit road making repairs, trying to they did get a wheel on it, but they may have some suspension damage. And here's Jamie Little.
And Ryan Blaney came in. They had an extended pit stop. They took the right rear off, and they couldn't get the new right rear on. You see the guys looking at it now. They took it back, tried to get another wheel on, and it did the same exact thing. It's just not meshing in there. They're wondering if the problem is actually on the car, where you put the wheel and apply it to that. So they've got an issue here with Ryan Blaney definitely keeping an eye on the right rear.
Can't get the nut off the stud either. It's like the impact didn't have enough oomph to get it off there.
The loose wheel 500. That's probably going to be in my What do I think of Florida? Well, I'm going to hold that thought. I'm going there in July with my dad for just a random vacation. That's going to be a whole ass YouTube video when I come back. That'll include some reunions and some old friends from Ohio that moved down there, and a Legends of the Hidden Temple meetup with former contestants from the original 90s Nick version when they were kids that still live in the Sunshine State. I think I'm gonna call this. I think I'm gonna call my post-race reaction when on my channel later the loose wheel 500 or something like that.
Pretty in-depth conversation right there, Tony, of those two guys being on which side of the other that he's on in the rear.
The loose wheel 500.
Yeah, that's the scary part. Yeah. To your point, the guy behind is actually dictating the balance of the car that he's pushing.
I've ever heard that.
I'm just sick and fucking tired of these behind ones.
You're making me tired. Do the other side. That's exactly what you see doing too.
Spotter for the 11. Here comes William Byron on the outside. He has had quite a busy week. He's been moonlighting down at New Smyrna Speedway, the short track, where he won the Clyde Hart Memorial early this week, and he won again last night.
In the first race.
I love that. I'm really proud to see the car owners in NASCAR finally come around and let these drivers drive outside of their full-time jobs. I think it just makes all of them better. It definitely gives them more.
How do I feel about the season DeRozan is having? Oh, Julian's here. What's up, buddy? I can certainly understand that. I can totally understand, considering that we were holding him back, which is why he didn't earn an All-Star nod or become the MVP conversation with us. You know what I'm saying? Because San Antonio is a small market, and we get little to no respect. I mean, at least we kind of redeemed ourselves somewhat with DeJounte getting in. But Adam Silver had no choice but to pick him, otherwise he knew Spurs fans are going to be unhappy. So he did the right thing.
Broke up a little bit. Nobody can find their dancing partner. I think for the entertainment value in us sitting up here watching, that's a good thing.
It is, and I think what these guys will be cognizant of is sitting there trying to make sure they don't let groups of cars get together and get organized like that.
Kyle Busch keeps firing at both, trying to push him back to the lead past Harrison Burton.
Hemrick's all the way in the back, so that's one guy I have out. Just high in 20th.
It takes Kyle Busch to get back to his bumper to find that momentum, find that energy again.
And there's the red and white Wood Brothers Ford with the gold foil numerals, just like it was when A.J. Foyt won here in 1972, or David Pearson in 1976, 5 times. They've been to victory lane in this race.
On behind him. We're going to stay lane 2. You're clear. We're going to get out. We're going to be ready to back up. Be ready to back up. Again.
Oh!
Trying to go fly. We're going to take off with the 6.
Dumped him.
Well,
you half back.
Spotters say we're going to go up to pick up the Ford of Brad Keselowski.
San Antonio has been in the middle of the pack for the last 4 years. Honestly, I don't know how we made the playoffs in 2018 and 2019 with how bad even that season, how bad we were, especially in 17-18 when even with Kawhi quitting on us, we were off to such a great start in 2017-18 even.
You see on that back of that 21 car on the rear bumper cover, yellow tape. When you come to the restrictor plate,
Spurs will be fighting for the 8th or 7th seed.
That doesn't always.
I think they'll make a good run with how they blew up the team, but even if it's too late for them to get in the playoffs, at least it's a good sign for my 26th year as a fan next year.
Flip side of that is, the way I see it, race car drivers are greedy. You're going to use everything you can to your advantage.
Yeah, he was.
And that rookie's got one fast hot rod in the 21 car. I'm going to be pushing it.
Boy, he got him off turn 4 last time by. Look to the windshield. Harrison Burton, those are busy hands. Right there.
Yes, they are. They're still busy. All right, so these cars, it seems like they can push better in the corners than they can down the
Pop really knows how to develop players. But there's a lot of them that left that we could have, developed around DeJounte. Even Boban wanted to stay, but Pop told him, go get your money in Detroit. Get your ass out of here. Which is why I was crushed when he left the week before Duncan retired.
That's why you see them getting loose, not only in the corner.
Oh, Austin 14. Is Curry better than LeBron? I don't want to say the wrong thing and, have, a certain fan base, whether it's Curry fan base, LeBron fan base, attack me, If I say one or the other, I'm going to get attacked no matter what. So I'm pretty sure they're going to equally as good, even though I hate LeBron. Oh, we got a crash! Oh, whoa! Whoa, shit! Oh, the big one, maybe. Nope, the small one. I don't even like LeBron either, but hey.
Somebody was upside down. Who it was?
Who?
Lap 63.
Oh, Dalton!
Number 3.
Whoa! Who is flipping?
I would say it's that 21 car. It looks like they're looking at the roof.
Oh, shit!
Alex Bowman's in it. Somebody took a hard shot to the rear bumper that we saw on the onboard camera.
I'm glad they didn't go to commercial this time. What happened?
Now watch the 21 up high with Brad Keselowski.
Who is flipping? I didn't see no flip. Let's take a look.
That right-hand side.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly.
Oh, my God! That was a flip! Oh, shit! That was a flip!
Denny Hamlin with a spin there, not sure how much damage.
Oh, my God! That was a flip!
William Byron, they're both going to get swept up in this.
Holy shit! That was a flip! That was a flip!
Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell gets into Burton.
Holy shit! That was a flip!
And that's a long slide on the asphalt into the.
Holy shit! That was a flip! There was a flip. Oh my god! There was a flip.
See, he's got. Well, never mind. I almost said he didn't have much damage, but he definitely has a lot.
Our first flip.
I just feel like that's a pretty aggressive, pushing. Obviously, on a rookie, Tony, you talked about it. Again, come off of that corner, got light, and that thing was long for the ride, but very aggressive pushing.
Oh my goodness!
That is not at all what you're looking for.
There was a flip!
Just sitting there going, what happened? He says, lucky it didn't bite right there.
Yeah. And here's Harrison Burton on the radio.
If they go anywhere, just spin the tires. Yeah,
Hell, at least that imposter and Brett Bodine's number is out. I didn't even see the flip live. I mean, I just didn't get to see it to the replay. That didn't take long for our first flip in the Gen 7.
Saying the left front fender's killed. He's just trying to get it back on.
He's trying to get it out of the. He's trying to restart the car, and it's not going anywhere. Oh! Whoa! Cars upside down, cars everywhere. Oh my goodness. And Austin's in 7th. Let's go. Ty's in 15. Noah's in 13. Hell yeah.
As we're under caution at lap 64, Alex Bowman.
Oh.
Flat, trying to get a push. They may need to pick him up. And Ross Chastain.
Oh, I'm glad everybody's okay.
He was really looking forward to this race. It's over all too soon for him.
Hearing the frustration in Harrison Burton, that boy had a really fast car. A little too aggressive, too early, in my opinion.
So this will end stage 1. Boy, our thanks to Peter
Lord, don't think good.
For giving us such in-car views, amazing in-car views for every Daytona 500 since 1985.
They showed you.
Harrison Burton.
They showed you on TV.
At Daytona.
They showed you on TV. Y'all pissed off. I like to think.
USAA, we've been called too
Poor
exclusive.
guy.
Created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Innovation usually looks something like this. But what if it didn't?
Wow, our first big wreck of the season.
Or an ordinary drive.
Well, at least that imposter and Brett Bodine's number is done. Glad everybody's okay.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek. In the desert.
Out of here.
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone.
Now that took me back to the 2000s too. That's what I grew up in. I knew what you meant, Julian. That kind of scared me when I saw the aftermath. We had our first flip in the Xfinity race in the new car yesterday, even though I didn't get to see that. And we had our first flip in the new car today. Goes to show you how old we are, Julian. It goes exactly to, that's why when I talk to my friends about NASCAR, race fan or not, it's easier to keep up with. You knew Earnhardt Sr. and later Harvick was GM Goodwin Service Plus. You knew his son was Budweiser. Gordon was DuPont and Pepsi. Bobby Labonte was Interstate Batteries. Jeff Burton was Exide or even Citgo. You even knew that Bill Elliott and Jeremy Mayfield were the Dodge Boys, with Mayfield with the green roof number and Valens. Green roof number and Valens with the Mountain Dew sponsorship. You knew Gordon had Pepsi. Now it's just hard to keep up these days, if you know what I mean.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero
I'm just glad everybody's okay, but at least that imposter and Brett Bodine's number is out.
The USFL is coming starting April 16th. These trucks have been driving around Daytona all week. It kicks off with a historic inaugural game. The New Jersey Generals take on the Birmingham Stallions in prime time on Fox and NBC. Spring football, that's going to be fun.
Sure is. Can't wait.
Now, what we first saw and you first saw was Denny Hamlin getting into the back of Kyle Busch as Kyle Busch tried to check up for what happened between Brad Keselowski and Harrison Burton. Here's another look.
I think it was more colorful.
Dual path onboard view, two cameras from Denny Hamlin's car, and Hamlin's car is now, what's that old saying, kitty wampus, where the back wheels are not tracking the same as the front. In fact, they're about a foot outside. And Denny Hamlin has gone behind the wall and to the garage.
Bye-bye, Brett Bodine imposter!
Stops in the offing, Vince.
Well, sometimes at the end of the day,
Yeah, I grew up with Kurt Busch at Roush in the 97, but the other ones, yeah, I agree. Rusty Wallace was in the two when I was a kid.
Will come down pit road and take on tires for the first time today once they open it up.
Now, we thought pit road was going to be open, but remained closed. Red light remained on, and yet Kurt Busch came to his pit stall anyway. That just means he'll restart at the end of the line when we go back green.
I think he let the F-bomb fly.
Truex Jr. gets the stage points. First time he has won a stage in the Daytona 500. Harrison Burton has been checked at the Advent Health Care Center and released. He is okay after that wild tumble down the back straightaway. There is a look at a sold-out Daytona International Speedway from our aerial coverage from the Goodyear. Goodyear with you for every
See ya,
mile
Denny.
on the road to greatness.
See ya, Dennis.
Working 68.
The Brett Bodine imposter.
And a little damage along the right side on Kurt Busch's car. Captain heats up on the track on the way to what will be a sweet victory. Jamie Little and Michael Waltrip spent Daytona 500 weekend checking out a different kind of heat and sweet at the Wendy's pit stop in the infield. Posing trivia questions, making fan signs, Jamie and Michael have had a lot of fun making the race day experience a little bit more delicious with their Wendy's hot honey chicken sandwich.
Yeah, Kurt was with Roush Racing. That's what I grew up with in the 97. You know, and Roush had the 16 before Biffle was there.
Took the kids down a couple times this week. Went to Wendy's to drive through. You literally, Tony, drive the golf cart through their picture.
Man, 2 flips in 2 days. Like, wow. At least Harrison didn't go to the fence, though, which is one thing we're lucky for.
Probably a good thing that this wasn't around when we were still driving, or I'd probably take the opportunity during a caution to go through there.
I know.
Top was mostly right side tires.
At least-
that's what we're seeing going on. Most of these cars now are rights.
At least you still have Bubba.
There was debris on that back straightaway, and there probably was. Most of the teams will take left side tires as well as a precaution.
At least you still have Bubba on the track.
Yeah, pretty much 4 tires all the way around. Martin Truex, Logano, everybody 4 tires. For that reason, a lot of debris on the racetrack. But again, Grease said,
Yeah, Bill Weber. I miss Bill Weber. You know, I miss him so much. I got to meet him a couple times as well, including up close when TNT did the June MIS race in 07. I got to meet Benny Parsons, but it wasn't up close because he was in a rush to get to the booth, which is why he didn't come up to the suites to take a picture with me. I've met Alan Bestwick before when he was working for the Estupido Pendejo network. Wally Dallenbach I never got to meet, though, unfortunately. Maybe one day that'll change.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. Of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but...
Someone is definitely blowing over it in the intermediate, somebody said. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah, TNT. That was like after, like in the prime years of my time in the Lenore house, you know, when I started to get a little older. You know, 07, 08, 09, and then after Bill Weber was gone, it was 2010, 11, 12, 13, and 14 when I lived on Sandhurst. By the time I came here, TNT was gone. Oh, I think I've seen him appear on Fox a couple of times, but never in the booth. I think he was in the Race Hub studio, and actually they used my question when I was actually fully blown into Race Hub just to watch Daniel Trotta. But it's like ever since Trotta left, you know, it's like Race Hub hasn't been the same. Like Steve Burns is what made Race Hub what it is today. But then when he died, Daniel Trotta is what kept it good. But then as soon as she left, nothing against Shannon Spake. It's just like, you know, it hasn't been the same, you know. It's like when the old personnel leave your favorite shows, it's like it's never the same. Even if you somehow like the new replacement in a way, you know what I'm saying? I do like Shannon Spake, but I loved the hell out of Daniel Trotta.
President's Day savings on appliances like this Samsung laundry pair with steam technology at the Home Depot.
yes.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from Bill Weber since he got booted out of TNT for the hotel lobby incident.
Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps.
Yeah, I mean, they should have kept Ralph Shaheen in the booth, you know, after Bill Weber was fired, you know. They should have kept Ralph Shaheen in the booth for 2010 to 2014 because Ralph Shaheen is way better than Adam Alexander ever was.
Exotic wheels, steering wheels, mini wheels, big wheels, bigger wheels, massive wheels.
No matter what wheel I'm feeling, eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices.
That's right.
Eliminating grays is as easy as combing your hair. With just from an easy comb in color. Getting natural looking results. Let's get this meeting started. Has never been easier. The most men trust just for men.
This year, there's a whole new season of Love of Be Loved.
Burn out.
Yeah,
that's far.
Yeah, Bill Weber is way better than Adam Alexander. I mean, Adam Alexander as a person is good. As a broadcaster, not so much. That's why Ralph Shaheen is better.
Boy, he's pretty close to that. A few laps before that, I had just made mention about you moving to the bottom and leading that bottom. How happy are you made that choice?
Very, very, very happy. This race has been working on lucky for us over the years. Definitely made the right decision here. So we'll see what we can do here. Best Pro Toyota's fast.
God, my Twitter's going crazy today, only because it's a big race. Oh, wow.
Well, certainly the right choice. Good luck. That's what it takes. Got to be in it.
TNT.
You're still in it, baby.
Oh, yeah, TNT and NBC, yeah. Different networks, but they carried the same package. You know, Alan Bestwick, Wally Dallenbach, and Benny Parsons. That's the NBC and TNT I remember, with Weber in the pits, Dave Burns, Marty Snyder, Matt Yoakum doing all 36 races with Fox and FX, NBC and TNT. And I'm glad I got to meet Yoakum before they got rid of him. I miss Matt Yoakum. That was my childhood right there. Matt Yoakum is a name that defines my childhood.
it's hard to see. I mean, it's hard for me to tell what happened. I felt like I just, you know, he got a push in a bad spot of the bumper and got shot at inside. Before I could say that I was already in, I think it was William on my inside. So
Me too. It's so much harder. It's harder to keep up with now. Back then, it was easy to keep up with. You know, all the race names were simple, which is why I still use them even to this day.
Thanks, Jamie. And in that replay, you saw the 20 of Christopher Bell spin around and get up and into the wall. Here was some Brad Keselowski team audio. It was Keselowski into Burton that started that.
Man, Brad has not. I'm not surprised that he did something like that. Even at MIS last year when I went, he nearly caused Austin to flip his car. If that was 2012 MIS, that would have been a blowover. Especially considering that happened right in front of me.
So out of the race from that crash, Harrison Burton.
I almost went in my first flip in person last year. But anyway, stage 2, let's go.
And 3-time winner Denny Hamlin.
At least the Brett Bodine imposter is out of here. Green flag.
The green with Ryan Blaney on the outside, then Chris Buescher and Austin Cindric.
I didn't even pay attention to who won that first stage.
Christopher Bell, we mentioned, got into the wall. He says everything is broken in the back end. Doesn't know if he'll be able to make it up to minimum speed as we're back to green. That's the 12. William, Ryan Blaney's spotter.
Well, they didn't learn much, Tony. They're still pushing.
Yeah, that's going to be the theme of the day. I mean, they're going to have to. They know that that's where the speed is. It's just trying to figure out exactly how to do it and do it right.
Go back to the care center and Jamie.
Many of the Toyotas caught up in that one. Denny Hamlin.
Bye-bye, Brett Bodine imposter. Yep, the Brett Bodine imposter out of here.
Mindset is that you got to back off. I think the 6 is just insistent on pushing him at all costs, and they eventually turned the 21 around. And tough, considering it's just for the stage. But we were kind of boxed in there where I noticed that something was going to happen, but I was boxed in. I was behind the teammate. I wanted to try to help, but again, just too aggressive pushing right there when they weren't lined up in control.
17 Daytona 500s for Hamlin. This is the first time that he will fail to finish the race.
Good.
Incredible.
Fuck him.
He had 0 DNFs last year. He was running on the lead lap in all 2 races last year.
That's what the Brett Bodine imposter gets for cheating on his girlfriend, who actually was my social media friend back in the day. And that's what he gets for sneaking up the 2020 Winston Cup Series.
And like Ricky Stenhouse and other drivers of
Tyson 13.
Teams, they've said our friends today are going to be wherever we find them. Doesn't matter if they're a Toyota, a Ford, or even a Chevrolet. We're going to draft with whoever can help us.
Sometimes that's actually easier. You don't have to find all your friends and take care of business with your manufacturer, your teammates, and everything else. Being the old lone wolf out there, every now and then, I don't mind it.
Well, it gives you the flexibility. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not married to a situation where you want to move.
His brother's in 30th.
You want to do something that advances your position, but you feel like you're committed to staying in line and staying with that group. You can float around, pick the lines. Whenever a line shifts and it gets moved, if you can get a hold, you go.
Yep, top 15. Top 15.
William Byron with a big hit there. What exactly did you
Top
see?
15.
It was the product of pushing at the wrong time.
I think
That speeding penalty didn't stop us.
was pushing really well, nice and balanced and controlled, and then the outside lane was getting a little squirrely in the last lap or so. So I noticed that, but there's nothing you can really do. You're just kind of trying to push your guy out in front. It was me and Truex in front of me and Kyle Busch. So we're doing a good job kind of managing that gap on the bottom.
There's probably going to be a shitload of cars out, but if they're going to keep crashing like this.
I slid to the inside wall, so nothing we could really do. I
I think we're definitely going to finish top 5 in that stage, and car seemed really fast. So
Hamricken is back in the game.
we'll go on to
After that 3-race penalty.
Christopher Bell has gone to the garage with broken rear suspension. Now, Toyota started this race with 6 cars.
Good race so far, but the broadcast has been hot caca with the fucking commercials.
Taken out of that crash. So they're down to 4. Daniel Suarez in that purple and white 99 making some noise on the outside.
Well, it's certainly new life, new opportunity for a lot of guys that we haven't seen much. Hey, you wipe out, 10 cars plus on the front of the pack. Guess what?
Game changes.
Game changes.
There's a telemetry. Now look at his heart rate. That's full steam there, 159 beats per minute, 160. And says his baseline or his resting heart rate, 47.
Are you even alive at 47?
That's probably your stance. Tony, when you were in the pack, I promise you, back in your day, hey, let's face it, not as
Ties in 16.
The gym. We're not a salesman for gym up here, and I don't think you're ever going to see 160 ever in all the championships, all the wins. No way your heart rate ever saw 160. And
Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney goes to the front with a push. Here is the crash that ended stage 1.
Another fucking commercial.
PNC Bank believes
Oh my
that
God.
goggles can help your backhand get better.
I will say this though, I do miss the Dow sponsorship on Austin's number 3. I do miss that.
So much more than a checking account. Its low cash mode feature gives you at least 24 hours of extra time to help you avoid an overdraft fee.
You see that?
Virtual wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
It's okay that we're here.
It's okay that you're here. It's good.
I'm not parked illegally.
You're parked very illegally.
I'm not parked illegally.
I get the feeling he's been watching all the Star Wars movies on Disney Plus.
I can understand if they do full screen at tracks that are not restrictor plate races because it's all spread out. But Daytona and Talladega should be illegal unless it's under caution. Under caution, we don't have, it's fine. They're not doing anything. But under green, Daytona, Talladega, and possibly Atlanta this year for the Cracker Barrel 500 and the Napa 500, it should be illegal since now Atlanta is going to be the newest restrictor plate race since they converted that shit into a super speedway.
It's cold and it's snow, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of like me.
And it's easy to get a quote at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need.
These commercials especially need to die the most. They've been overplaying this shit for over the last 2 years now.
The Hender's the official tractor of Tough, right, Chase?
Oh, the king of smoking it.
This baby's got 4,000 pounds of front-end lift capacity, right?
It sure does.
So who's tougher, kid? Me or you?
You are, Tony. You put me down now?
Okay. I said down, you old goat. I am the goat.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough and Stewart Haas Racing.
That commercial was funny. I will say that was funny.
Ryan Blaney is in command of the Daytona 500. He's led 10 laps. His rookie teammate Austin Cindric in second. All right, race fans, here's your second chance to win great prizes from the Busch Race Team. Let's hear from a pro late model driver.
I'm Brittany Zamora from the Busch Race Team, and today we're giving you a chance to win the ultimate mountain vacation flyaway. Tweet hashtag Busch Race Team and hashtag sweepstakes now for a chance to win.
Kevin Harvick in fourth. There's his Busch Light onboard camera looking ahead at Chris Buescher 8 Fords at the front of the field. Ty Dillon Chevy in 9th. Ricky
9th, yes.
Now in 12th. Logano right with them. Fords at the front. The Toyota numbers have been cut from 6 to 4 cars. And the Chevys not formed up among organizations as they work a mostly single file draft.
Things are calmed down for a reason.
I hope there's another crash. Well, as long as A, nobody gets hurt, B, goes in the fence, or 3, it's not any of my favorite drivers, I'm okay. You got to see how excited I got when they crashed. My next live stream will be on TikTok for the Coke 600 when, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Well, let's not just see what it looks like. Let's hear what it sounds like.
E9, baby.
You're all clear, all clear. 99 miles dropping down behind you. Now tight. You're by half in front of 42. Fords are coming up 96. I'm probably going to do 100 on track, 101 on pit road.
Oh, Kyle Petty! Kyle Petty just responded to me!
We heard that audio. We expect the Fords coming to pit road 11 laps from now. So good time to step aside with Ryan Blaney and a fleet of Fords leading the Daytona 500.
I get it. Commitment can be scary, but not when you're saving up to 15% with Subscribe and Save at Amazon. You get free repeat delivery on your favorite items. And if things don't work out, you can always...
Yep, Kyle Petty just responded to me. Yep.
No one would judge you if you call them.
Well, let's see if he remembers me if I actually get there first. Am I gonna watch the new Batman movie? No, because I've never gotten into that stuff. So no.
Some more pictures. This is good. This is good. He looks so cute.
New Cantina Crispy Chicken Tacos. Try them with creamy chipotle or avocado ranch sauce.
NASCAR Thunder 2003.
Your home for adventure. Your home for romance. Your home for big savings.
I see you. I can hear you coming.
Because when you bundle home and auto with Progressive, your home is a savings paradise. Bundles Progressive. Your home for savings.
NASCAR is just heating up on Fox as the action heads west.
The greatest drivers on the planet hit the Auto Club Speedway.
Get wound up this race.
To control chaos.
Good. Yeah. I'm sure.
Live from Fontana next Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Not yet.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. 89 laps complete, 11 laps to halfway. Here's the Progressive race summary. Ryan Blaney, one of 10 different drivers to lead this race. Kyle Busch has led the most laps, 28. Keselowski, 26. Blaney, 18. We've had 16 lead changes. So 31 cars on the lead lap, 3 caution flags out of the race. Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Harrison Burton, Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell in the garage fixing his suspension, and Greg Biffle replaced the fuel line as it back
Even
on
living
track.
in Iowa, guys.
60 laps down. Regan?
Well, Mike Kevin Harvick in the 4 cars worked his way up to the 4th position, running strong right now. Interesting, though, earlier in the race when they lost track position with that car, he said it was extremely slow. Couldn't figure out anything he could do with it. Got the track position. Now he loves this race car again, says it's got speed again. So very
Why does that matter?
4 car. Jamie?
And the leader, Ryan Blaney, giving some advice to his spotter to tell his young teammate, Austin Cindric. Listen in.
Yeah, just one suggestion for Austin, like, the middle one, 2 and off 2, you got like put my bumper really close to the field, and you're supposed to be down the spot. So it's either got to be like bumping me on my bumper or like a few feet off. Drop it out on exit.
So there's a bubble there. You either get in the bubble and push through the bubble or stay behind the bubble. Don't get in that bubble because it actually drags you back.
Spotters up on the roof with a good bird's eye view. Vince?
Well, and Cindric made that adjustment immediately when his spotter, Doug Campbell, came to him and told him that, echoing no reason to be too aggressive here. And also, he really likes the way Buescher is treating him from behind, working with him. And Cindric said, it's better when he gives me a bump versus the tandem. It doesn't upset my car near as much.
That's a lot of air moving around at nearly 190 miles an hour.
Let alone a rounded rear bumper like we heard earlier, depending on what side you are, is changing the balance of the car. So just a quick tap there, it'll give you that forward momentum, but won't turn the car loose.
Man, the commercial 500, it seems like.
A 2-time Daytona 500 runner-up. Winner here last August in the 400-mile race.
This post-race reaction is either going to be called the commercial 500 or the loose wheel 500. One of those two.
All Fords at the front. Ty Dillon is the first Chevrolet. He is in 9th. Kyle Larson in 13th and 14th. Noah Gragson.
Yeah!
Number 62. Gragson out of Las Vegas, Nevada, has replaced Brendan Gaughan in that car. Beard Motorsports. Mark Beard passed away. His wife and family decided we're going to keep racing. That team has one full-time employee, and here they are racing to try to win the Daytona 500. They only run here in Talladega.
It's pretty cool.
Yep.
That one employee, yeah, I'd be pretty damn happy.
One full-time employee. A lot of helpers and volunteers.
Should be proud.
Here's your Xfinity fastest lap. Last time by Brad Keselowski, who runs in 5th place. Kevin Harvick in 4th. Todd Gilliland in 6th place. Chris Buescher in 3rd. Austin Cindric in 2nd place. Darren Shaw is that young man's name.
Oh, single file choo-choo train!
I'd say he's pretty happy right now. And he should be. I mean, this is a hard race to make. B, it's a hard race.
Here's the single file choo.
And you got to have some luck go your way. And getting through that last major wreck is a big step in that equation to get into the end of the day.
Now it's a 3-car Rookie of the Year battle here. Harrison Burton, we've talked about a lot. He was up front. He's in the garage with a flipped over race car now, and he is okay. But Todd Gilliland came up much the same way. He's in his very first career Cup start. There is Gilliland in
Single file choo-choo train.
This is Anthony Alfredo this year for Front Row Motorsports. Coming here after a couple of Truck Series wins. And a dad who always ran well here at Daytona, David Gilliland, and a grandfather, Butch Gilliland, who was a star of the Winston West Series. Teams.
Yeah, David and I actually ran a lot together at the reciprocal tracks at Talladega and Daytona here. He was always good help, and we always were able to. He had the confidence in me, and I always knew when I saw him in my mirror that I had the confidence that I had the flexibility to move around and know that I had somebody that would go with me.
David now runs a late model program for a lot of up-and-coming drivers. The other driver in the rookie battle, Austin Cindric, he's right in the thick of it, second place, behind Ryan Blaney. There's your Fox Nation.
Singer file choo-choo train from Inkster Road in Hollywood.
27. Well, things have settled down here in stage 2, and here's why. Everybody got a good look at the underside of the Wood Brothers 21 when Harrison Burton went for a wild ride, ending stage 1.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense.
It's like the commercial.
With a toothbrush. You won't get stuck on thin ice with nationwide 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Whenever you crack open. All right, time for another promotion on TikTok. These full screen commercials are killing me. Like, enough is enough, Fox. But in the meantime, the Daytona 500 live stream dedicated to Ryann Clapham and Bellamy Young is still up for grabs.
We took the truck that helped build this country and made it so it could power our homes.
Yep.
We took the vehicles businesses use to keep the lights on.
But in the meantime, the Daytona 500 live stream on my YouTube channel dedicated to Ryann Clapham and Bellamy Young is up for grabs. Go ahead and be there. Check it out like Kevin LePage. Like, comment, subscribe. Link is in the bio.
Chicken sandwich is only served one way, straight from the fryer, piping hot, and Kentucky Fried order. If you don't like it this way, you'll have to go somewhere else. KFC, it's finger licking good.
What does NASCAR do when it gets a brand new car? Watch the revs? Mind the shifts?
On my YouTube.
Yeah, didn't think so. We're more the drive it like you stole it kind of crowd. Just foot on the gas and smoke in the air. I am the next generation. I am NASCAR.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is sponsored by KFC. Order the KFC chicken sandwich today. It's Kentucky Fried to order. And by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Well, next lap by will be halfway in the Daytona 500, so let's take a look at today's Credit One Bank ones to watch.
All right, I'm going to the 6th ball. You see him right there, Brad Keselowski. I know it's probably not the most favorite person right now, but the aggression, very aggressive. You're going to have to be aggressive. Has done it all on super speedways. Won 7 times, but not this one. I'm sticking with Brad Keselowski.
Clint, it's been 15 years since Kevin Harvick won that 2007 Daytona 500.
That Mark Martin, I should still. I even to this day, I think Mark Martin should have won.
Tony, this could be the day the closer closes the deal.
Hell no.
I agree, but I'm picking the 2 car right now. He's the one I want to watch. Austin Cindric has been learning. He's paying attention to his teammate Ryan Blaney. He's been up front all day, and he knows how to run good at super speedways.
I'm going with Martin Truex Jr. I mean, 0 for 67. It's got to win sometime, doesn't it? I think today could be the day Truex really likes his race car, Mike.
Nobody ever notices Chris Buescher. Well, take notice. Not only did he win his qualifying race on Thursday night, Matt Kenseth won the 500 in the number 17. That's my son's car number.
Oh, the Crotch of Doom's favorite driver.
That's your Credit One Bank ones to watch. The entire pack, save one car at the back, is there on the inside lane, and it's going to fall in line. So, Larry, we did hear something about the Fords coming at lap 96, which did not happen. Now what do we expect?
Yeah, I think they'll go as far as they basically can on fuel, Mike. I look for them to come anywhere between lap 106, 108, right in there, which is only about 6 or 7 laps, and that'll put them about 20 to 22 laps to go in this stage.
And I feel like part of that is there's no pressure. They're not too wide. They're not having to lean on each other to maintain track position. It looks like everybody's fairly content to stay in line right now. So when they're single file like this and in a single, you're not too wide. You don't have a lot of air disturbed on both sides of you. It makes the cars drive a lot better. So the cars are they're probably handling fine at this point. So there's really no pressure to do that. All you're doing is stretching that fuel mileage out to where at the end of the stage, you got a lot fresher tires to finish.
Well, 50 years ago, A.J. Foyt led 167 of the 200 laps, but he didn't have the kind of traffic that we have here.
This is picking up. They're on pit road.
Austin's in. People are pitting.
RCR group seems like.
And these are the single and two-car Chevrolet teams coming in for right sides and out. Whoa.
Oh, no speeding, Austin.
Close on the Rick Ware crew there.
Oh, fuck Rick Ware.
We listened in on stage 1 winner Martin Truex.
Doesn't like where he's running. And I don't mind that right there. If you're single file and you're just logging laps, one thing. But if you get pushed, 2 and 3 wide, I agree. You do not want to be in the eye of the storm. You're getting a wreck. He's wanting to know, can we do anything? 2 tires, get off cycle of these guys. Have a heck of a pit stop, like he said. Need some track position.
Well, Larry, what about fuel only? Is that an option on this stop?
I think it is an option, and quite honestly, I don't see tires doing a lot. And you think about issues we're having getting tires on and off, absolutely fuel only, especially with only 20 laps to go in the stage. But you have to have friends that's on your same page.
And we haven't talked about it much. The pit crews, I think, have the possibility to dictate the end of this race. I mean, it has potential for these pit stops. And with single lug wheels, something that's totally new to the series and new to these tire changers, this could be a big exciting.
Even though I wasn't around.
Richard Petty always.
Oh, I was around, but it was like in the later years. Like it was like I was like maybe 6 years old, maybe 5 or something before I even touched Michigan and let alone touch NASCAR. The twilight of CBS and ESPN was when I was a baby. I'm old enough to remember that, even though I didn't grow up with it.
Now the 4 remaining Toyotas are 18th through 21st in this draft. That's not on the outside looking in, but not far from it right now.
No, but it's not a reason for cause for alarm either. I mean, they're grouped together. They're still where they want to be with each other, and as long as they stay attached to that lead pack, that's the main thing.
It was back when ESPN was actually worth the shit.
From 13th through 17th are all Chevrolets. Kyle Larson, Noah Gragson, Stenhouse, Reddick, and Jones. The remaining teammate in the race for Larson is Chase Elliott, but he's back in 23rd with Daniel Suarez. Let's get a pit road update from Jamie.
Well, Mike, you guys are talking about the Toyotas. They took right sides on the last stop. Well, Booty Barker, the crew chief.
Booty Barker! That's what we call Bob Barker when the Price is Right. Booty Barker because of him.
Fuel only, so keep your eye on what the Toyotas plan to do here.
You called it, Mike.
You ever thought about being a crew chief?
Oh, no.
No.
It's horrible, Mike.
But something that's going to make that when they do come for these pit stops that we're going to all have to watch is on the entry is being very careful to not slide the front tires or slide the rear tires.
Yeah, that's what we call them, this stupido pendejo network. Not only that, they also disrespect the Spurs.
You see that, and I've done it. Probably you've done it. Everybody has done that. Crew chief says, whatever you do, don't slide the tires. You know he's either going to take 2 or no tires, fuel only.
And what we do first thing,
smoke the tires.
Yeah.
All right, so if the Fords come as a group and 11...
Watch there be a crash coming into the pits.
I think at this point in the race, I think I would.
You have to. You don't have a choice because we know that there's strength enough.
Oh, they're going to crash? Let's see. Don't speed, Ty. Don't speed this time. Don't speed. Don't speed. Don't speed. Don't speed. Don't speed.
No changes and gas only. Jamie?
12 arrived. Let me remember he had problems last time. They couldn't get those.
Why is my dad and Mara sending me shit in the middle of the race? Don't speed, Ty. Oh my goodness.
Larry? Yeah, the Toyotas, they're coming out. I like what they did there. That was chaos right there. Chase Briscoe.
Like Casey Atwood.
Wrote it one time. Briscoe missed his pit box.
It's
The 19 of Martin Truex Jr. is in. It is fuel only as Mike.
Yeah, ESPN. When the only excuse that Jerry Punch had was he had play-by-play experience. When Bob Jenkins was unavailable, something I never knew. Something I never knew until I got older. My father's in Mississippi right now. Yeah, that's why I'm glad NASCAR and NBC is back. Cause fuck ESPN.
Here he goes. So Chase Elliott stayed out to pit with the Toyotas he was running with. And coming back to pit road will be Daniel Suarez. Too fast.
Well, that's my father's favorite driver. Oh, well.
Brad Keselowski to the front.
Yeah, and that's it. I know that it was an easier pit stop with less cars, but, man, you can't outdo that strength in numbers.
Now here's the consequence of pitting with everybody. Watch the red number 14, Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, he had Michael McDowell on his
I know
inside
who it is.
and was looking over it. Oh, then somebody was trying to get out of the pit stop and watch Austin Cindric. He backs up.
I
right
thought
in
this was
Austin
meant for
Cindric's
someone
way.
else.
Now, yeah, and like I said, he had McDowell on his inside, was looking over to see where it was and just missed it. Couldn't see the vantage point with that car on the inside, but it also hurt Cindric in a big way.
And Briscoe is now 23rd. Cindric, who was
Hey!
second, now 13th. And here's what happened to Chase Elliott.
They just stalled it.
That's him. The flames out the pipes are just him trying to get.
Oh, why? Well, 2001-2006 version is goated, but I only like the current version because I love Kelly Stavis.
With Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher, Team RFK out front.
Every big idea, every game changer, every how they do that starts here, the blank page. Artists and writers know the tyranny of it well, but so do developers, data scientists, CTOs, the new creators. To them, we say, let's create something that changes everything. IBM, let's create.
NASCAR Race Up on FS1.
This is Ohio, our home. Full of family we're proud to care for. And with more than 200 locations, Cleveland Clinic is growing to bring world-class care to your community. From Canton to Avon and soon
Yeah, Benny Parsons. Yeah, I was really sad when he died. Like right before the 2007 season started. Do you think he probably would have still been on TNT that year, even if he didn't die? Sadly, we'll never know, even though it was rumored he was contemplating retirement anyway.
Oh, the comic convention was last week. What? This is an insurance convention.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots.
Told you. You didn't tell me.
NJM is known for what matters. Outstanding service you can count on. I'm sorry. No jingles or mascots. Just great insurance. NJM. Get a quote today.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Come see us at the Cleveland Auto Show and find your perfect Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 bonus cash.
Wake up with Wayne Dawson and Christy Capel weekdays on Fox 8 News in the morning.
Who we have right here?
Yeah, it was going to be on too. Yeah, and let's not forget Kyle Petty was still driving at the time, and so in 2007 he drove and commentated at Sears Point.
So here's one of the questions in Clint's Stage 2 contest on the Fox Bet Super 6 app.
Yeah.
Who leads the most laps of that group by the end of Stage 2? Well, right now, Ryan Blaney.
You could just keep running that around there longer. Yeah. It's going to be a no-brainer.
Round and around, he's led a total of...
Oh, they're the Busch brothers helping each other. Kyle Busch ain't out of it. Yeah, Kyle Petty, I do remember hearing him do Busch races on TNT in 06, right before Benny died. I do remember, it was like he was going to run in the Cup race the next night. I do remember that. Oh, ties at 6th. Yes. Here comes Bubba.
Truex and Bubba jump out to the outside. Along with Kurt Busch and the 18 of Kyle Busch. Now, about those foot flaps, I would think, now they're there so if the car turns around and slides backwards, it won't get airborne. But when the air pressure changes and they're flapping up right in front of your face, that's got to be bothersome.
No, the biggest thing is it shows you how disturbed that air is behind that car. In the wake of that car in front of you, man, it gets up there with the negative pressure right there and pulls those roof flaps up, and they are right in your face. But it's worth it, man. I look around that thing. If I go to the front, so be it.
But it's almost like a telltale as well. I mean, if you see that hood flap coming up that you've got in that pocket, you went through that bubble you were talking about earlier.
When there was a Busch race.
That flap's coming up, and
Oh, yeah, because Benny was sick. Yeah, it was like we knew he was going to die at some point, which is why he wasn't there. Yep, Noah's at 19. I'm reckon 25th. December. Oh no, too late.
Who is in a hot sauce cam on Ricky Stenhouse' car?
Starting to see some moving. 12 to go. Into these stages get interesting.
In the back of that pack from about 10th on back, things have gotten busy.
Jockeying for position. Not happy with being back there. You heard Martin Truex talk about it. Now he's formulated a line. He's getting his wish. Making it happen.
Let's see if they crash again.
Chris Buescher running second.
Look at Ty.
Not burning as much fuel as race leader Brad Keselowski, who's pushing all that air aside. So the 17 crew said this.
What are you doing with the gas? It's good right here. It's a 6-0. They want us to push. They want to defend that top lane. It's coming. Does he know our situation? We need to try to get to where we need to be. So that way, once we got the green light, we are going to be able to get to the green light. Let us know.
What's the green light, Tony?
I don't know. I was getting ready to ask you what the green light was.
I think green light go.
Yeah, Benny was able to do that, but then after that, that was his last two ever, and then he was gone a month later.
11 to go in stage 2. 5-4s out in front. We'll go Fox side by side.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You better go side by side, bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I wonder what everyone's doing on their phones. They're banking with Bank of America. The groom's parents. They just found out giving rewards for a second honeymoon. Romance is in the air. Like these two. He's realizing he's in love. And that his dating app just went up. Must be fate. And Phil. He forgot a gift, so he's sending the happy couple some money.
If your tool is so impressive, you just can't stop banking. What would you like the power to do?
Where's your salad? Salad.
Good choice.
It is. So is screening for.
Okay, we got 2 people here. Who's all here? I know Julian's still here, but sometimes the viewer count is never all that accurate.
Early stages. It's for people 45 plus and average risk for colon cancer. Not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Yeah, Jimmy won his first. I do remember that. That was back when I couldn't stand Jimmy because I got tired of him winning all the time. Other reason why I didn't like Gordon, even though he wasn't all that dominant no more, my father didn't like him for whatever reason. So I said, if my dad don't like him, neither do I. That could be possible, Corey. Anybody, and even the Daytona 500 is a crapshoot where even a rando could win NASCAR's most prestigious race. That's how restricted plate racing is these days.
We're talking 5 wide, full throttle, next-gen cars, ripping up laps inside some gorgeous mountains type of action. And the access to drivers and stars? Oh, it's got plenty of that action. So get ready. You don't want to miss all the, well, you know what you were going to say. Get your tickets now at AutoClubSpeedway.com.
Yeah, Alex Bowman run there right before the pandemic and turned it into a short trip. Like, I just hope Alex Bowman wins at Texas, so that way that track can go away for good. Because Alex Bowman's thing, like every time he wins at a racetrack, right after he wins at the track goes away. He did the same shit to Chicagoland, a race that Greg I got to go to in 2016 for probably I think my first and only chase race.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new hot honey chicken sandwich or biscuit at breakfast.
7 laps to the end of stage 2 here in Daytona.
Okay, we don't give a shit about football. Get back to the damn race. Oh my God. Just focus on the damn race already. My God. We don't give a shit. We don't give a shit about USFL. Okay, Fox, we don't give a shit about USFL.
Because some teams are having trouble wondering if they're getting all the fuel in, and Cole Custer had to come in twice because his car wasn't taking on fuel. The green light is when they know they have enough fuel
Back to the damn race.
to get to the end of this stage.
Like you mentioned, Cole Custer having to pit twice to get the fuel in that car. What has happened is the fuel.
Oh well, who might that be? Honestly, me and my dad went to Chicagoland in 2016 for the Tropicana 400 in the chase. We wanted Chase to win that because he had a hot rod, a dominant car. When McDowell bought the caution out, we were pissed, even though we're not even Chase fans, but we felt really, really bad. That was his race to win. That was how I was still living La Vida Labrats with Kelly Berglund. Yep. Let's not forget who crashed in the first Chicagoland race. Off turn 2, he was the final caution of the first Chicagoland race. Your boy, Tony Stewart, he wrecked off turn 2 when Chicagoland's infield, like back straightaway infield, actually had grass. Oh, yeah, 2017. Right on the time my Labrats craze was starting to go away.
At the front of the pack as we get toward the end of stage 2.
Lone Wolf, though, he was up there, 2 teammates behind him. As soon as
oh, they left him hanging.
Was going to go with him. Bye-bye, Larson. That's exactly what happened. Hard to hold him guys back.
Sounds like what I used to say when he was at CGR. I used to say bye-bye, Larson, whenever he crashed.
Let's show you that again. Larson leading the pack. Keselowski drops down.
Those were the days, man, where I used to be the #1 Larson hater. The 2004 win, I do remember watching that as a kid on Lenore in Michigan, and he dumped Casey Kane on the restart, and the nine crew ran down to the 20 crew to Tommy Baldwin ran to the 20 pit to talk about it with Greg Zipadelli, and the Dodge boys rode shotgun, and next thing you know there was a brawl in the 20 pit. And it was funny because Stewart went on to win the race too. That part I didn't like Tony Stewart because of how rough he was driving. He punched Brian Vickers, wrecked Casey Kane. That was another time where I didn't like Tony Stewart for a short period of time. Other than that, I never had a problem with them. But I got tired of Stewart's behavior, but yet, he didn't get suspended. Anybody else would have tried that, all that shit he did, hot-headed Joe Gibbs, Tony Stewart, they would have been suspended or severely punished in general. Even though I do like Tony Stewart now, NASCAR should have done something. I don't blame Ray Everham or Tommy Baldwin for being mad. Yeah, Zippy is another one of my favorite crew chiefs. I wish I would have got to meet him, honestly. I miss the old Joe Gibbs days with Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte, Greg Zipadelli, Jimmy Makar. I miss that. Jimmy Makar was another one of my favorite NASCAR crew chiefs, but it's ever since Tony and Bobby left, it's all those guys disappeared. I know Zipadelli still works for Tony at Stewart Haas, but Jimmy Makar just disappeared. There's a lot of NASCAR guys in my childhood that disappeared. Jimmy Makar disappeared. Remember the Ganassi medical trainer, Al Shuford, the black guy? He disappeared too. Yeah. Donnie Wingo, another crew chief of mine, I was a favorite when I was a kid. He disappeared too. I don't know what happened to those guys. Donnie Wingo, Al Shuford, Jimmy Makar, they all disappeared.
Wants to try to stay on the lead lap.
And can play a big role in the outcome of this stage.
Absolutely.
Oh, here comes Brad with the move. Logano's coming in with the charge.
He's going to go for it because he's trying to stay on the lead lap. Left Brad Keselowski back.
Yeah, it was Dale Jarrett, but I wasn't alive for that. I grew up with Jarrett being at Robert Yates with the 88 and Gibbs being Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart in the 18 and 20. And I'll never forgive. Oh, shit, the final lap of stage 2. Hold on, time out. Time out.
Well, they broke apart. You had Stenhouse pushing Keselowski. Look at the run.
Here comes Truex. Oh, the lap car is going to get in the way. He got it. Say, Jack got chase. Yep, MTJ takes stage 2. Yeah, but anyway, back to my story. I'll never forgive Joe Gibbs for screwing over. I'll never forgive Gibbs for screwing over Labonte in the favor of J.J. Yaley, or the Petties for doing the same shit to John Andretti a couple years earlier in favor of Christian Fittipaldi.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and
slow car.
Low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to
Hot in the dog.
Hot in the doggone. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection.
Yeah, Yaley was not good, but Fittipaldi was even worse. At least Yaley actually won a pole, but Fittipaldi didn't do shit. What made Richard and Kyle think that Christian Fittipaldi was better than John Andretti? I'm still mad about that. Yeah, I'm still mad that the Petty screwed Andretti over for no talent Fittipaldi.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I know that.
Well, did you know that former pro football player Ickey Woods was celebrating?
Oh, I used to love this commercial. Look at this.
Number 44. 44, that's me.
It's a cool cut.
I used to love this commercial on Sandhurst and Brook Park.
Geico, 15 minutes could save.
That looks like something I would do in the store. I know, and then Adam died, and then Andretti was screwed over in favor of Fittipaldi. And if you look in the beta screenshots of Thunder 04, Andretti was going to be in the game, but then after he was fired in real life, screwed over, they put Fittipaldi in instead. What's even worse is they left a lot of Andretti's old paint schemes in the game with Fittipaldi. 2002 Cheerios Dodge, 2002 Pillsbury Dodge, 2001 Hamburger Helper Dodge, meaning I guess the final version of the game, assume he was still going to be in the game anyway.
You get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. And we're giving you a 5G
phone. And that was so wrong.
Yep, it's our best plan ever. Verizon is going ultra, so you can get more.
Thursday night on FS1, EJ McGrath beats AC Grant, Ohio State. He is feeling it here today against Coca-Cola, 12th-ranked Illinois. Thursday at 9 Eastern on FS1.
I'm going to show their old commercial. I mean, sometimes they do. At least when old commercials actually had more variety. Yeah.
In California, 2003 Cup Series champ.
I can't hear you.
Danica Patrick will come and join us. Please hurry back soon.
I'll be back. I'll be back for COTA, so I'll come back and harass you guys.
You're a road racer now.
I've done my share of it.
Goes on road.
Little boat.
Okay. Mostly, let's try for on road.
That's a fun lineup. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, certainly America's. That
you know what they call the nickname of the guy next week, right? Matt the Brat. It's going to be a handful, buddy.
During his late model career, his dad was a racer, so they did call him.
We'll just follow your lead. That's what we do.
Then he graduated to Cup and became a
at least old commercials actually had more variety back then than when I was a kid than what they got now. It's like they keep showing the same ones for 3 times a break over and over.
He knows stock car racing inside now, and he'll do a great job.
He's got a great sarcastic wit, and it's probably going to be Monday afternoon before I get it. I get some of his lines. But we're going to have a lot of fun next Sunday in Fontana, California. And then Danica for 2 races.
I lived in Mexico for a whole season, August of 01 to June of 02, and they had good commercials over there.
Cup Series ever. The end of stage 2, and they come to pit road for service. Pit road opens. Here we go. What will they
So pit road is open.
Martin Truex Jr. leading him down, stage 1 and stage 2 winner. He's been up on the chip a bit on the radio and, of course, up on the wheel as well. Crew Chief James Small has given him a fast one today. And Joey Logano started from the rear. Pits P2. Regan?
Chris Buescher running in 7th. The plan here is to take 4 tires right now, setting them up for later on in the race. Jamie.
Bubba Wallace in the 23 been really happy with this car today. 4 tires.
I don't blame you if you do, because, commercials used to be a lot of fun when I was a kid.
Wait. They're having to remind the drivers, go on our call because the fuel takes longer than the tires this year.
Here's your Ram race on pit road. Mostly all 4 tire changes. And yes, the fuel dump can is the same size it was last year.
At least some of the commercials are good. There's some good ones even today. Like the Scoop There It Is commercial is amazing. Because I always love the song Whoop There It Is. So whenever that commercial comes on, I just get up and dance. Here, I gotta mute the TV because I gotta step away for a second. Hold on. I gotta step away. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm not getting busted for copyright, which is why I muted it. Hell, even Pizza Hut commercials had good. Pizza Hut had good commercials in 2003 with the Pizzone. When this is when I was the most fully blown into NASCAR during my kid phase. I wasted every weekend watching. Hell, I remember they used to have the "We're Ready in Advance" commercials. They had good Michelin commercials. I remember all these commercials like the top of my head back when they were good. Trying to think, there was other good commercials out there too, but I can't remember which ones. I know there was good Pizza Hut ones in 03. There was they even had good Subway commercials. Like the one with the judge. The one with the judge and the guys tricked everybody to running to Subway so they could get to the front of the line, and which they did, and it backfired because the judge said out to lunch. And the two guys just looked at each other and like cluelessly as the commercials going, Subway, eat fresh. And then in 04, NASCAR commercials at their peak. They had a Biffle commercial for Subway where he was pretending to race his crew chief by eating a sandwich, and even though his crew chief wasn't even racing. And he sprayed him with the Coke, and the two Biffle fans like so screaming and cheering for him as he was spraying the Coke.
Just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73. And even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Now, hit the road with Channing Tatum and Lulu.
Oh, that's a genius idea. I hope she doesn't.
Michael Vick!
No, this is my unicorn. In a comedy, just take it crazy down. Maybe we can have some fun. Shake. About a couple of rescues.
Never in history has a blind veteran and his hero dog not gotten a free room.
Thank you for your service.
Dog. Oh my God, I can see.
Oh my God, I'd be shitting myself if I was in that scenario. I'm scared of dogs.
March 17th, you can watch Fox's Welcome to Flash night and day.
Can you believe it?
That night, catch the premiere on Fox. That day, stream the first seven episodes.
That's a lot.
Because once you visit Flash, you'll want to stick around.
Is this really happening?
Yeah, the Carl Edwards one was when I got older, when I became a teenager. But the Biffle ones is what I remember the most. Which is why whenever I get Subway, I call it the Greg Biffle meal. Look at Lake Lloyd.
Complex 2.5 miles around the oval that is Daytona International Speedway.
Grandstand used to be back there, but they took him out a long time ago. Oh, with the Myatt Snyder flip, yes, last night. I'm glad they took him out.
We spoke to him earlier. Let's catch up with the driver who finished second in stage 2, Joey Logano.
Yeah, we already talked to him. I want to talk to Joey.
Oh, McDowell too fast on pit road, tail and Charlie. Ty's in 12. Noah's in 16.
You said lap 22, you can make it from the back to the front.
Emmerich in 19.
Not bad, but now had a little bit of trouble there. What do you got? How are you going to win this thing?
Oh, man, it's a lot different race than what we've seen here in the past. It seems like the drivers get more comfortable on your making boost. The first stage and most of the second stage, I haven't seen anyone make big moves yet. And we're just getting comfortable and trying to walk laps. But I'm making boost. I'm ready to get the little self-runs on my thing up front. Almost got a stage one there.
I knew you would, man. Good luck. Keep it up.
Thank you. Have fun.
Now, the reason Logano dropped from second to 6th, let's examine his pit stop and watch the right front here.
The Greg Biffle meal is basically chicken breast and salami for me. It used to be just salami, then they took it away, then I went to chicken breast, and I guess people complained about them taking away the salami, so they brought it back, so I decided to combine them together, and I've been that way since then.
Now, we also saw Chase Elliott with an extended stay on pit road.
This is either Keselowski or Truex's race to win.
Into his teammate Kyle Larson, he had a dent in the right front, and he said that the handling had gotten so much worse that last run, so bumpy, they decided to take the time to try and fix it, and he just pitted for a second time and took left side tires.
So a suspension adjustment for Elliott to get him back into contention. He is currently 20th. Time for another Busch Race Team Sweepstakes giveaway. Time to win some money. Here's an Xfinity Series driver.
Hey, I'm Natalie Becker from the Busch Race Team. You don't have to be racing at Daytona to bring home a big prize. Tweet hashtag Busch Race Team and hashtag sweepstakes now for your chance to win.
Kyle Larson Larson getting topped off with fuel. Joey Logano came back in. We saw what happened there on the right front, and they weren't sure they got it tight. They came back and addressed that.
Oh, loose slug knives. Oh, shit.
Wampus on there a little bit, and then when he put it on, I don't think the wheel was all the way tight. He probably went out there and felt a big vibration, came back in, got that taken care of. Do not want to lose those wheels. A steep penalty on that racetrack.
Gonna be one hell of a repair bill if more loose wheels keep coming off.
They modified some wheels to make sure they would seat for a safety issue, but NASCAR said we're confiscating those wheels, taking them back to the R&D Center for further inspection because no modifications are supposed to be made. Well, the results are in. 3 people split $25,000. Were you one of them?
Oh, Charlie O'Donnell would have done that shit better. May he rest of it.
3 people went 6 for 6 in Clint's stage 2 contest.
Yeah, but don't forget his first year with Furniture Row in 2014, he sucked. But 2015-16, he was better, and then 2017 won the championship. 5 Hour Energy leaving that team in 2018 is what did him in. The last time I watched a race at Sears Point was 2019. In 2020, if COVID didn't happen, they were going to have Dale Jr. in the booth at Sears Point, as like the passing of the torch, from Jeff Gordon to Dale Jr., Fox NBC. That's what they were going to do. 11.
When they get to the Geico restart zone, that lead car, the control car, NASCAR calls it, has to fire off first for it to be a legal restart. If he doesn't go by the end of the restart zone, the flagman will restart the race. We're going to listen in on Bubba Wallace and Team 23.
I keep thinking the 2's Brad for whatever reason. I have to keep in mind that he's in the 6 now, and Syndic is in the 2. And I say Syndic because fuck that guy too. I don't like Cindric either. Even if he were to win, I wouldn't even be mad, honestly. But I like to see first-time winners, whether I like the driver or not.
This is a view, I'll be honest, that I like right now.
Oh, don't let the boomers see this.
That in-car right there, that was 5th gear. That's something new with these cars. We were talking about it earlier in the week with the duels and practice. And
Oh, Ty's in the outside lane, ready to make something happen.
How many times you come off after a restart, you're in high gear, 4th gear,
Yeah. I'll never understand why MTJ wasn't in Chase for the Cup 2005. That's another thing, another piece of good content that game was missing, along with Jeremy Mayfield, Ken Schrader, Pocono Raceway, and Cockpit View. The Mayfield one pissed me off the most. I got that game. I was so excited to play it. I boot it up, and I go to do the driver select screen, to set my favorite driver as my screensaver. I went to 22 Wimmer, 21 Rudd, 20 Stewart, and went right to 18 Labonte. I'm like, wait, what the hell, EA? Where the hell is the 19 of Mayfield? Because I've always had a soft spot for Jeremy Mayfield when I was a kid, since I was a kid, which is why I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew for a sponsor.
Ryan Blaney has led a lot of this race. He is 6th. He's led 36 laps so far.
Austin's in 31st. Maybe he's playing it smart, considering that, he already won a Daytona 500. Ty has never won one, considering how close he came in 2019. So maybe he wants to try to go for it this time, even in 2019, he really didn't go for it like his brother did the year before because of the fact he was more laid back. You know what I mean?
I saw the graphic there of Chase Briscoe, who made a pretty aggressive move to get in front of the leaders to finish ahead of them in the stage. That has paid off. That's got him in the top 10 right now.
That's right. He finished.
Oh, Noah's in the top 10.
Stage 2 to stay on the lead.
Otherwise, you're waiting around out here, driving on, making laps, waiting for something.
Yep, Noah.
Opportunity to get back on the lead lap. Great point.
Yep, P9.
Great move by him.
Yep, top 10 position.
Full block that he had to put on the leader of the race as a car that's going a lap down. Something that we don't normally see, but it paid dividends for him.
Noah Gregson to the inside.
Noah! Tyson 13. Hemrick 16. Oh, settle down, guys. Tim Fido. I remember Tim Fido as a driver. Hell yeah. I like the spotter, but not the driver.
We're going to stay right here and go Toyota all out.
Yeah, do better. Bubba Menard's car. Don't forget, Paul Menard used to run a blue Menard's car back in the early 2000s that made the Watkins Glen race and missed the Sears Point race. Yeah, he won that by fuel mileage and holding off a hard-charging Jeff Gordon. But the 27 I more think of is Kirk Shelmerdine. Even though that car ran in the back of the fucking pack every week. Oh, they're 3 abreast. Are they going to hang on?
In the pre-race, you heard Kyle Busch. He's tired of answering that question, but he knows every February, kind of like Dale Earnhardt, for 20 years.
When you're going to win it, they say.
You see that right front, it's mattered, but he's not out by any means.
8th is Noah. 13th is Ty. 15th is Emmerich.
He's there at the end of these things, and that's what you have to do. If you're going to be in contention and have a shot at winning this thing, you've got to figure out how to get to the end. Attrition is a
there's Bubba! Bubba, wireless! Bubba, wireless.
But I'm telling you, he's the one that I think could win.
I'm not even a Bubba fan. He's not my favorite, but I do like him because of the fact of his crazy-ass rent-free, crazy-ass rent-free haters. They're mainly boomers.
Toyota drivers, teams, and fans, it's all about the countless memories along the way.
It's the boomers. I think I was at the Michigan one. I was there. I think I might have been at that one.
Our 3 Cup Series championships. How about those 3 Daytona 500s?
It's about the thousands of scrapes, dings, bumps, and bruises. It's the millions of fans and the endless rain of confetti.
Oh, Josea's here. Thank you, buddy.
It's the countless I love.
We got Julian and Josea here. Let's go.
Success is in a generation of memories. Here's to the next.
We're at the imposter Brett Bodine's number in the garage where he belongs.
144 laps complete. We stay under green in the final stage. It's the 18th try for Martin Truex to win the Great American Race and the 17th Daytona 500 for number 18 Kyle Busch.
And the thing that rubs you so
It's kind of odd how not only have Kyle Busch never won the Daytona 500, but the guy who drove the 18 before him, Bobby Labonte, never won a Daytona period, whether it be the 500 or the Firecracker 400, the summer night race. Clint Boyer's funny. I did meet him for like a couple of seconds the last MIS June race I went to in 2019. We got him to sign a hat for a friend of my mom, and he goes on to win the race. That was rain shortened.
It means a lot to win the qualifying races. It means a lot to win the Busch Shootout.
I still call it the Busch Shootout. Hell, I still call it the Twin 125.
You know, there's so much pressure.
I don't have any memory of Milwaukee Road America, but I think I know what you're talking about. I remember it happening, but I have no physical memory of actually what happened in those races.
So, you keep hitting ask that question, it means they think you're a contender.
That's true. And every year that it doesn't happen, it makes that intensity even go up the next year.
What a gorgeous day in North Florida. Finally, we got one after a couple of years of rain and delay.
I know.
Here we are running the Daytona 500 right on time. 54 laps to go. The Thunderbirds are here. Brad Keselowski is the leader, and Harrison Burton, one of those out of the race.
Oh, they're showing the flip again. Okay, enough with the full screen commercials. My God. 54 laps to go. Yep. But again with the full screen commercial. Oh, yeah, they did. I don't even have a physical memory of watching those races, honestly, but I believe you.
Learn more at advanceautoparts.com/gasrewards.
Now, it's my turn.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's
Oh,
true.
no.
With diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this. Now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See Path Forward with actions and treatments from a
Your
retina specialist
podcast.
may help protect against vision loss.
I know. Fuck full screen commercials. It should be illegal at Daytona and Talladega.
Kenny G. How'd he get up there?
Forged with a sweet, sweet heat. Wendy's new hot honey chicken biscuit and sandwich. A marvel so marvelous.
Road America. Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah, right.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new hot honey chicken sandwich or biscuit at breakfast.
Don't care. Go away.
Unbelievable.
Need more football? The USFL coming this April.
God, Fox's broadcast this year, it's going to be a long-ass year for the Fox portion of the season. Makes me glad I'm not fully blown into watching NASCAR every weekend and wasting my weekends away.
As the shadows get a little longer here in Daytona, the Goodyear Blip is here giving us this great aerial coverage. Anything can happen as long as you have the drive. Goodyear.
Man, their broadcast has been hot. Gets more and more hot, like hot caca every year. It's an ultimate high for hot caca.
Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Eric Jones, and Ryan Blaney.
Oh, the Bubba Wallace.
Pull them around Daytona International Speedway.
If Bubba Wallace wins, well, someone's got to do like an epic rendition of the Bubba Wallace song called "Miss New Booty" by Bubba Sparks. It's also the Travis Quapple song too.
We are. You heard Joey Logano say he is not going to wait around. He's going to figure out a way to get back to the front. That's what we're seeing.
Kevin Harvick right in the midst of all that. So as the laps wind down, your chances to win an exclusive prize from the Busch race team are.
And before you say, "Ooh, but the commercials, they paid the bills," I don't give a shit about the bills. The bills can go fuck themselves. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute! Look out, Ty! Look out, Ty! Oh shit! Oh! 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 Another big crash! And he's stuck! And he's stuck! Oh shit! Now they're crashing again! Yeah, the old Fox graphics from the year, like the early, when they first started, 2001. The 2001-2003 graphics were my favorite. Where is he going? Oh my God! Oh, crashing the trials!
On the scene. Let's see how this got started. There's Truex right front.
Oh, Truex! Damn!
17 years.
Oh, man.
So close to Denny Hamlin a few years back.
Oh my God!
Jacques Villeneuve gets into the back of
Trouble off the corner! Trouble off the corner!
I don't know if it did because of contact right there, but man, Ryan and Truex's lap.
Trouble off the corner! I barely missed it.
Tires going down on Logano when he gets to that grass and bounces through it. Same for Kurt Busch.
Man, cars go to pit road to take evasive maneuver.
Which is allowed.
Oh, it's always been around since I was a kid, Mike, and NASCAR and Fox even started. Man, look at Ty maneuver his way. Damn!
Kyle Busch doing a nice job of evasive maneuvers right there.
I really missed it.
Yeah, the right front corner on Truex.
I don't think he ever hit anybody.
All that was when those right side tires went down. Jacques Villeneuve audio.
He got loose. That wasn't your fault. I know, but I hit it master. I might have damage.
NASCAR race. Yeah, Mexico City, Montreal. They haven't done Canadian Tire Motorsports Park since Canada had strict COVID rules and laws and regulations. And those races always had exciting finishes, including the one that Ty was a part of in the first race there in 2013. I didn't like Chase Elliott for quite some time but after that, but then eventually I got over it. It was just for a race, not a championship.
I don't know if he got tight. You know, how many times have you been tied off of turn 4, have a bunch of wheeling?
Man, look at Ty. Look at Ty get his way through. Look at that.
Got right to his bumper.
He and Kyle Busch did a hell of a job making it through like John Andretti.
You cut down one of those tires, that thing becomes a big thumper and makes all kinds of noise.
As soon as Joey just stopped right there, he's stuck.
I mean, Joey didn't even hit anything, but he was stuck in the grass.
Run this one race for Rick Ware Racing, and watch the Georgia driver just slide right through here.
Let's see. He didn't even lift. Awesome.
That's good, clean living right there.
Good, clean living, la vida loca. Yeah, and that was also his dad's number with Evernham back in the day when he was a teammate to Jeremy Mayfield.
That's about as good a job as you can do getting to that hole.
Good job.
That's a single car team. JTG Doherty.
That move right there, that feel that you just said, that is exactly what it takes to get to the end of this thing and stay in contention.
All right, let's hear what happened to Tyler Reddick.
Here on the replay, it looks like it broke, but the car didn't hit anything, right? Initially. Tyler looked like it broke the right rear totally, and then you lost it. Yeah, because no one hit you over there. It was broke when I was sideways before someone hit me.
And that's the caveat that, you know, we knew he lost it. Right?
Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Yep.
You hear it right there. Broke the rear toe. Maybe from some contact with one of those other wrecks. Finally broke loose.
And that's something new as part of the new independent rear suspension in these cars. So before all that happened, we were going to give you another chance to win an exclusive prize from the Busch Race team. And once again, here's an ARCA driver.
Hey, NASCAR fans, I'm Amber Balkan with the Busch Race.
Oh, that's my favorite ARCA driver.
Track with Kevin Harvick himself. Tweet hashtag Busch Race Team and hashtag sweepstakes now for your chance to win.
I don't think I want to take that ride today with Kevin Harvick. Things are about to get very busy out there.
It's going to get loca. Hopefully Harvick's the next to crash.
I'm not going to want to be behind the wheel, though.
That's the part that scares me.
Jamie.
How about this for a neat little story here in the top 10? Noah Gragson in the 62 making his Cup Series debut for a team that's owned by that lady, Linda Beard. Family has been involved and loves racing so much. After her husband passed away, she decided to keep it going. They're only doing the super speedway races. They have one race car and one full-time employee. Getting it done so
no way!
Gragson in his first Daytona 500 and running 8th.
Yeah, thank you, Linda, for doing this. It's it's hard losing a spouse and
I know. Yeah, that was sad when Mark died last year. And then DNQing the 500 a year ago didn't do him any favors either.
Well, I've got a fire in here, and it's my calculator that's burning up right now. Because remember, the fuel.
Can you actually smoke a calculator? I tried that so many times as a kid, and it never worked, just to see what would happen.
Numbers all week based on wide open throttle. I think you come here, you only have 13 laps on your tires. I think you come here, you pack that thing full of fuel, and just maybe. DW taught me never say you can't make it.
Well, DW stretched his fuel mileage to win the 1989.
Yeah, but he had more than everybody.
Well, that's what Hammond said.
That's what Hammond. I miss Jeff Hammond. I miss the Hollywood Hotel with Chris Myers and Jeff Hammond. At least Chris Myers is still there regardless. Yeah, the Hollywood Hotel was my childhood.
Well, let's see how the Coca-Cola family of drivers is faring.
Austin 28. He ain't doing all that hot today.
That record lap 63. Joey Logano with issues as part of this caution flag. Austin Dillon 28. Daniel Suarez.
Well, the imposter and Brett Bodine's number is out.
David Reagan, we saw him sneak through that incident. And
let's not forget the pit road team of, Steve Burns, may he rest in peace. Matt Yoakum, who did double duty, Fox FX, NBC, TNT. Dr. Dick Bergen, as editor of Speedway Illustrated. And, of course, Jeannie Zelasco, except she had to quit, NASCAR and Fox midway through the season because of her MLB on Fox duties. That's why they brought in Chris Devoda by 2007.
They wanted to open it last time, but there was a car stopped in someone else's pit stall as a result of that crash, and now it's been
okay. The pits. I didn't even realize the pits were closed.
Tyler Reddick looks like it's headed for the garage.
I know, and I got to meet Chris and Jeff at 2005 MIS Father's Day, the same day the Spurs won Game 5 of the finals against the Pistons in Michigan. It was Robert Ory's heroic, so it was a good Father's Day for me in 2005. So here we go. Pits are open.
To his pit box, still going to be a couple of laps short on fuel. They have told him if they're going to make it to the end. Regan Smith.
Chris Buescher, they decide to pit with this race car. There's going to be fuel only. They've already told him to start saving fuel. Jamie.
Bubba Wallace, same thing. They know how their car will react with no tires, fuel only. You saw the 9 waiting there patiently to let the 23 out clear.
Thanks, Jamie. Now, will this be the final pit stop of the day?
We
get your own
life!
Will it be the final caution of the day?
Oh, my, there is a little sun. The Get Your Own Life song. Yeah, baby. Okay, enough with commercial on the yellow means I can go pee. I can.
And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us on every plan. You're not going to fit in that hole. Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13.
Yep, I'll be right back. She did MLB on Fox. That's why she abandoned NASCAR, but before the Fox season of NASCAR ended. But I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. If I can pee, I can pee during the commercial.
It's a challenge. And after almost 120 years of building for those challenges, we're taking the vehicles you know by name.
Yeah, Jeannie's Alaska. Yeah, NASCAR and Fox, but then in the later years, she would have to abandon NASCAR and Fox to do MLB because she was more committed to MLB than she was to NASCAR.
Domino's, you have a million chances for something to go wrong. You have one chance for everything to work.
One wrong move, and the whole thing's gone. This is so stressful.
Domino Masters, hosted by Eric Stonestreet, coming Wednesday, March 9th to Fox.
Daytona 500 coverage live from Daytona International Speedway.
Let me get out of the way because people bitched at me during the Southern 500 last fall.
Excited. What's caught your attention?
Well, it seems that the second place car can kind of control this race by pushing whoever's in front of them. Brad Keselowski seems to.
All right, we're almost to the end of the 64th annual Daytona 500, meaning the live stream dedicated to Ryann Clapham and Bellamy Young is up for grabs. Last call to join.
Largest crowd, best weather. Lachlan Murdoch with the green flag to get us going. Charles Woodson, the Hall of Famer, our Grand Marshal, already a tire loose.
Yeah, had Kaz Grell actually.
You picked the fine time.
Early in the race, and here you see Austin Cindric get into the back of Chase Briscoe. And Chase Briscoe was able to continue on, though didn't tear his car up.
He's still on the lead lap.
And this is the flip from earlier. Look at this. This was the flip. The first one in the Gen 7. Pow! Look at that. Harrison goes airborne. 2 flips in 2 days. Like, wow.
So we've had 5 cautions from 3 different Daytona 500.
Tyler Reddick actually dedicated to the rider totally. Huge difference in his car. Gets turned into the outside wall. Gets there.
16 involved in the crash today. All right, you talked about Keselowski.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you think we're going to see over these final few laps.
Oh, I remember the digger cam. Of course I do. Right. Mark Oliveris Enterprises is where it's at on YouTube. So go subscribe, tune into the live stream. This is your last chance to join before the checkered flag of the 64th annual Great American Race, the Daytona 500. Be there. Mark Oliveris Enterprises is what. Mark Oliveris Enterprises is where it's at on YouTube for the 64th annual Daytona 500. Last call to join my live stream dedicated to Ryann Clapham and Bellamy Young. Subscribe, check it out like Kevin LePage. Tune in, be there. Link is in the bio.
Kyle Larson had to get pushed out of it, started out of his stall.
Again right there.
All right, we're almost to the end of the 64th annual.
Some of the things I think we're seeing on that, Chase Elliott's teammate, and taking a while to refire with both of them, but I've seen that down across pit road today. We saw Chase Elliott, one of your cars out there at the Coliseum, and Tyler Reddick both warming their tires up, dumping the clutch, and broke a transaxle out there. I think all those drivers are mindful of that, not wanting to do that.
And that's your leaderboard. Martin Truex was leading, but he's now down at the bottom in 20th. Last car on the lead lap made a late pit stop to top off fuel before we go green.
I think that's a good decision.
Had a lot of damage on his right front, too. I'm a little bit worried about that.
The Toyota pace car, the Toyota Camry TRD, brand new, makes the sharp left turn onto pit road. And we are back under green. Austin Cindric and Bubba Wallace out front. Remember early in the race, Eric Jones, small 2-car team. His friends are where he finds them. Doesn't matter what make of car it is. This time it's a Chevy helping a Toyota with 2 Fords down on the inside.
You want to be in a car now, Warrior?
Yep, sure do. Want to be in that 2-car right there. Leading this thing. Everybody behind you. Look at the connection right there. You see it with Blaney being able to stay on Austin Cindric's motor. Big block by Bubba Wallace right there. But the 2 on the outside, Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones not being able to stay connected. Eric Jones dumped down, got behind those teammates of Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric. That's the things that you see.
Yeah, those are the prime days of NASCAR and Fox. I miss them.
Brad Keselowski dropped down there with him. He's in 4th place. Boy, Keselowski has been fast all week here in Daytona and won his qualifying race, the 150, on Thursday.
Bubba needs some help here. He's got it coming.
Got Kyle Busch in tow. And then Ricky Stenhouse.
In a good place for him. You know Kyle Busch is probably going to stay right there, not want to spit you out or anything. He's got damage on his right front, so he's going to be a good pitcher. He doesn't necessarily want to be the car leading because it's probably going to have some drag. It's going to give old Bubba Wallace a run.
40 to go. Coming in 39 this time by.
Yeah, and Ricky's good at pushing. He's not scared to do it. He will get that line moving on the outside.
Ricky Stenhouse. 122 beats per minute.
I'm telling you, my heart rate's higher than that right now.
Your heart rate when you were his car owner was to the moon and back.
Yes, very much so. But man, when that kid won, it was spectacular. He won us a lot of races, and I jokingly say he almost put me out of the open wheel industry. He wrecked everything I had and wrecked cars we didn't even have built yet. But man, when he won, it was spectacular. That kid I had a lot of fun racing with Ricky. I love that kid.
Fords on the bottom, Toyotas up top, Chevys wherever you can find them in this group.
I'm telling you guys, if anybody can keep up with these two, it's that Toyota of Bubba Wallace on the outside. He's got a teammate behind him. We said the aggression to Ricky Stenhouse, pretty deadly combination. Somebody's going to have to figure out how to do that right there. Have to get ahead because you know those two teammates and Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric are capable of doing it. It's going to take that same thing to get.
Here comes Bubba!
Exactly what you got.
That was the big push down the back straightaway from Kyle Busch, who now lays off the back of Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, right before they got to turn 3, he turned loose of him, made sure he doesn't get him in a bad spot there. They're up where they need to be. You just got to be smart about it. Get yourself to the end still.
How about that Jones boy? That Richard Petty number 43 is a fast car. He has no friends up front, but with a fast car, maybe everybody's your friend.
Will Bubba ride it out up there, Tony? Will he stay?
Yeah, even though he's not there anymore, I still say it. I still keep the tradition going, especially even outside of NASCAR. Whenever me and my friends are starting any activity, it depends on what we're doing. I say boogity, 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 which I call it the boogity signal. Yep, the boogity signal. The boogity signal. That's funny. How we describe that. We describe it as the boogity signal.
And you're trying for a straight flush.
That's exactly.
Good luck with that. How many you want to draw?
I want to draw as many as it takes.
Well, we keep talking about this, right? You got to learn. You got to learn. You got to learn. Learning's over. Now it's time to get aggressive. 36 laps to go. It's time.
Stenhouse is going to send them to the front. Now, do the Toyotas drop down, or do they step in that high lane?
Bubba moved down right there.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubba!
And Kyle couldn't.
And I don't know that you need a push right here, and maybe he'll move back up.
Come back to the top of the
Too late.
Can't do it now. Here comes Kyle Busch with Ricky Stenhouse and Chris Buescher on the outside.
Now, what will be interesting is if Stenhouse can push Kyle ahead, will Kyle then peel off to stay with Bubba then at that point?
Interesting with the damage on the nose of Kyle Busch's.
Yeah, but I still say it during Spurs games. I do. True. I always will to the day I die.
I've seen some ugly cars in victory lane here after Daytona 500 wins, so they don't always have to be pretty and slick to win this thing.
Nope. That Toyota, and you see him moving up. Toyota, Bubba Wallace did not like to push. He didn't mesh well with the two-car of Austin Cindric.
Bubba to the lead.
Cindric had him jacked up and moving all around down the back straightaway. He said, nah, I'll be all right. I'm going to get back up there in front of my teammate.
Yep, Bubba.
David Pearson here in 76, crashed with Richard Petty on the last lap.
What's up, Orlando? You're just in time for the good part. 34 to go, and Bubba Wallace is leading.
Yep, Bubba. Austin Cindric forges ahead for
Bubba to the lead.
Eric Jones still right there in third on the bottom. Then Keselowski.
I'm going to call it right here. Easy one. Those two, the 2 and the 12, they have the fastest cars. They're able to stay connected the most. They're doing the best job of being efficient. Somebody that's going to break that up and be able to win this race, it's going to be because of that. You're going to have to get those guys away from
Orlando and Julian are here. All right.
You got an awful smart guy second in line on that outside row, though, that knows how to get stuff done. That's the same.
Where's Noah? The real question is, where's Hemrick? Okay, Noah's 15. Daniel's 18. Ty's 19. Austin has not been in contention at all today. I don't know why. What's your favorite sport? Oh, that's easy. This, NASCAR, and basketball. That's it. That's basically what I grew up liking, and it's never going to change until the day I die.
All right, all good. Because when Bubba dropped down, Kyle is saying he didn't have room to get down.
Man, Austin hasn't really been a factor.
Kyle Busch's spotter. All right, you're not going to miss a moment. We're going to go side by side with Austin Cindric and Bubba Wallace battling for the lead in Daytona.
I wonder what everyone's doing on their
Oh,
phone.
there you go.
They're banking with Bank of America. Groom's parents, they just found out they can redeem rewards for a second honeymoon. Romance is in the air.
Yeah, mine is are you actually from Ohio and live in Ohio like I do? Yeah, mine is the San Antonio Spurs since I was a little boy. 1997-98 season, Duncan's first year. That makes it 25 years and counting. Next year will be year 26. Figures. I'm surprised I haven't met you yet. I mean, the only way I could if you run into me first, because people recognize me before I recognize them, unless I really know them. Vamos amigos.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Mutual.
Let's keep it that way.
Cut. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay.
Yeah, the Bulls and the Suns. Both of them look really, really good this year. I will say that. Darius Garland is a freak of nature, like the Ricky Martin song. Yeah, made it the English version of Moss.
There's a reputation on the track, one that screams great.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Paul, he's not showing no signs of slowing down at all whatsoever. None. And DeMar is playing like a league out of his mind, more than he ever did in San Antonio or Toronto.
Verizon Frontline, the advanced network and technology for first responders. Portland Timbers take on the New England Revolution. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
Inside of 30 laps to go.
Okay, I'm gonna eat after this race is over, and when I'm recording my reaction video, and when I watch other people's reaction videos. So I'll catch you at the Coke 600 stream on TikTok, Orlando. Then when it's Memorial Day weekend.
Against the Toyotas on the outside of Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch.
And
Yeah, Jared Allen is pretty good. I'm man, the Cavs rebuild didn't take that long.
That is totally went out the window. They look like a bunch of accordions right now.
Flip side of that. All right, you see those guys, the teammates on the outside, working together. They've got the 3-car pack. They need a 3-car pack.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with Austin's car today. I really don't.
You've got Bad Brad right there in the 6 car. There's one car in between them that they need spit out. Look for him.
16, 17, 19. So if a big crash happens further up, they have a chance to go through it.
Go behind him and right behind him. How does Michael McDowell always find his way to the front in the closing laps of the Daytona 500? Last year's winner.
He's patient. He's patient. He sits there and just puts himself in good situations. Doesn't get himself in a bad spot that could compromise where he needs to be at the end of the day.
Yeah. I wish Robinson and Duncan were more durable than they actually were, but Duncan was the more durable one, which is why he lasted 19 years, and even Robinson wasn't as durable. Unfortunately, he only lasted 14. the only major Spurs great that I never got to see play in person. Sean Elliott, same thing, because after the 2001 Lakers series where, the Lakers kicked everybody's ass. Lakers kicked our ass. Lakers kicked Sacramento's ass. Lakers kicked Blazers' ass. And even if we won that series, there's no, and even, then went on to win the finals with that older than dirt Spurs team, I still think Sean is on his way out. Therefore, Sean retired after the 2001 season, so that's why I never really got to see him play, and I never got. Robinson was hurt my first Spurs game I attended in person, and unfortunately, that's one time I probably wouldn't be able to see him. So with Robinson sitting out that game due to injury, never got to see him play in person. Every other Spurs player I know I've got to see play. Not Robinson, not Elliott, unfortunately. Because Elliott retired in 2001 and Robinson sat out the Spurs Pistons on Sunday, April 6, 2003. And then we go on to win the championship and Robinson retired. Man, those guys don't take care of themselves. I did like Harden in OKC, but that was before he became a Spurs villain with the cheating the douchebag. Oh, Anna Grace Arnold. So like my shit on Instagram. The one who I met at at her dad's show at the Hannah Theater.
Kyle Larson's made his way to the outside line. The fifth car back. Is it time yet?
I'm surprised the really big one hasn't happened yet.
Talking to the race car driver right here. Is it time to start making moves? Are you going to start looking for this middle line? If you're Kyle Larson.
Yeah, and Austin is completely off the pace. 175 miles an hour. I'm just glad he has one Daytona 500, so I really have to always have to focus on him.
Somebody is going to be looking for that middle.
Somebody's going to make a wrong move and cause a big wreck. Anxiety has already been kicking in. Yeah, Harden I liked him as OKC, but I've never liked him as a Rocket since then. Multiple runs with the Spurs. He didn't even have any runs with us in OKC, if we're being honest. Back when he was a good guy.
You got to play an audible right here. You just got to sit there and have a good spotter that knows.
Yeah, it's just those players that those athletes you don't seem to like. It's like some of it is mind blowing because back in the day before you didn't like them, they used to be good guys. They used to be good people.
Obviously we're speculating whether there's going to be a third line developed, but you don't want to take a chance getting put that far back right now.
Well, now what can Stenhouse do now that he's the leader of the outside line?
Exactly what he's doing.
God, anxiety is kicking in. Oh, Fontana, California Speedway next Sunday.
By the way, that guy is Chris Buescher.
God, anxiety is kicking in.
That's right. He's got a fast hot rod as well. Who told you to watch him in the credit one way? Oh, is that you?
Make him down.
Yes, right. Here comes the big push.
Butcher hasn't even had the lock onto him.
New sheriff in town.
He's going to have teammates. I don't need any teammates. Just need a little help. NBA legend Brad Doherty, co-owner on that car.
Yeah. Thunder beat the Spurs, but that was when I liked Harden. Harden was a good guy back then. No, he was Michael Jordan versus Brad Doherty for the lead in the Daytona 500. Oh my God, you can't make this shit up like Jamie McMurray. Let me move out of the way. That way you guys don't bitch at me like you did at the Southern 500 last year.
But you don't dare sit there and say,
oh my God.
You gotta have that push. Try to hold my breath a little longer. See what his heart rate is now. I bet it's through the roof.
Ford's thinking now that they're third and fourth on the inside and not in control.
How did this happen?
Oh, having a rookie heart rate right there.
It's a little elevated now.
Yep.
Who would thunk of?
Chris Buescher.
Who'd have thunk of that?
Right, Bill. Down here, he had just made a pit stop, as did Christopher Bell. Those three cars on the outside had just come off pit road a lap ago, Austin Dillon included.
I know. Now they're facing each other in NASCAR in the 2020s. They're racing for the win of the Great American Race. Okay, they went side by side. Okay, good. The things you love to see from NASCAR to basketball to NASCAR. How about that?
I'm not comfortable trying on pants.
Oh, come on. I bet they look sharp.
You don't know who else has tried them on.
Let me take a look.
God, the things you love to see. I don't even like Stenhouse, but this is beautiful to see. Two NBA legends, Brad Daugherty and Michael Jordan, racing each other for the win in the Great American Race. And speaking of Bubba Wallace, ties in 17. I wasn't alive to see the NBA battles, but I'm old enough to remember the Bulls and the Cavs. Yeah, my father grew up watching all that stuff before he had me.
Can we show you something? I'll allow it. Something new. I love surprises. I mean, really new. Like a new car. Well, this looks fun. And a new schedule. Hang on. We're keeping the road courses, right? Decades. And a new
Feels like the only place where he can win.
new garages to call home.
Oh, watch out for the slow car.
And a whole new reason to love what we love. Burnouts. Winning. Racing. Yeah, NASCAR.
There's a call going out to celebrities far and wide.
The Masked Singer. Cheryl Hines is in that show.
For the most epic competition ever. In this unbelievable new season, witness the battle between the good, the bad, and the cuddly. The Masked Singer, new season sneak peek, coming up next on Fox.
After the race.
18 laps to go. Ricky Stenhouse, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, the leaders. Tonight on FS1, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Tony Stewart Racing makes
Brad Daugherty. Yep, I remember. I'm old enough to remember. Yep, I was like a teenager when they used to do that stuff.
Brian Lones, Tony Pendragon, Bruno Massel, Amanda Busick have the call. So how you like?
Oh, choo-choo train, Inkster Road and Hemingway again. Here we go with all the slow cars are going to be in the way. Oh, guys, look out. Slow car, slow car, slow cars.
We'll be tuned in.
We got a wild one brewing right here. Interesting that it bottom line.
Oh, they got out of the way. Good.
Here we are, 15 laps ago, with Blaney and Cinder just dominating the race, being able to stay nose to tail, stuck.
Oh, they're stacking it up. They're going to crash, maybe.
Stacked up right there, and Kyle Busch had to move out of the way to keep.
Nope, I guess not. Oh, Bubba's going back. Oh, no.
Good for the Toyotas to separate them like that.
Oh, Noah's going to get him behind him. Okay.
On point from Olive Branch, Mississippi.
I only want to see Bubba win just to see how the Boomers have a field day.
He's won at Talladega.
Find millions of ways to discredit him.
2017. Now, JTG Doherty, a two-car team last year. They shrunk to a one-car team this year. That let Ryan Preece rideless. I thought somebody should have picked up Preece. He was the only driver in the Cup Series to score a top 10 finish in all 3 Cup races here last year.
Brian
a lot
Patty.
of talent.
His crew chief, Brian Patty.
As long as he doesn't drive like a POS, then yeah, it's a lot of talent.
Him as a crew chief on top of the box. All right, I visited that shop, spent some time with him, went over this car with him, and to see that operation, Tony, it doesn't look like yours, doesn't look like my old home. I'm telling you, them leading this race is very cool to see for all those boys.
Susie Kohlberg. Yeah, I forgot about Susie, honestly, but now you help me remember. 15 to go.
With a brand new position that we've not seen before in Cup racing, Tony, with your team.
Yeah, we brought him on board. He's going to run some of Cup races this year and some Xfinity races. But
Although I do miss seeing Legends of the Hidden Temple on Sundays now that the season's over. And I still haven't watched the last 3 episodes because I had other commitments.
Absolutely. I'm going to give props. That's the vision behind this car. this next-gen car. What you see right there is exactly what we hope for with this next-gen car. Gives everybody an even playing field, parity throughout the field. A single-car team should be just as good as a four-car team.
And then there was on TNT, if you remember, and I think remember Mark Fine used to be NASCAR on TNT Live in 2007, I think it was. I forgot about him.
Now this single-file train is about to catch a 5-car pack of cars.
Oh, geez, it's going to get tense.
Get closer and that draft takes effect. It will see some movement.
Well, guys are going to have to somewhat get organized here because if you're going to do it,
the lap cars are going to be in the way.
Get that line down, get it moving, get momentum. It's not going to happen in 2 or 3 laps.
Right there with those teammates, the ones that were stuck together.
Where are they going? Okay. Okay, we got an inside line forming. Harvick come down the block.
They are starting to snip out the draft of those cars up ahead, and that will promote some double-wide racing here.
Okay, good. That's what we like to see. Oh, hey, Mango. Oh, you missed a lot. You have missed a ton. It's about to get crazy up in here, like it does every year at restrictor plate checks. Where did you even go? Watch the lap cars. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. You're made it just in time just for the end. Well, Julian, I grew up with them both starting and ending in the daytime. So Gen Z kids are growing up with it, and starting in the day and ending at night. Noah's in 9th, Noah's in 8th. There's no way they're... Oh, okay. Okay, hope it went well wherever it was. There's no way they're not going to make it all the way to the end without crashing.
42 to go. Now, we'll say this. He's the only running wide open.
I have to keep in mind that the 2 is not Keselowski anymore, and the 17 hasn't been Stenhouse for years. Because sometimes I keep thinking the 17 is Stenhouse. Oh, no, this might be a fuel mileage race like in 2017.
See some 3-wide action.
Where? Lap cars, get out of the way. Oh, shit.
So close to winning the Daytona 500. Got turned in the back straightaway to the final lap while leading.
Oh, that was us. That was us. Well, 2010 might have ended in the daytime, but the pothole said otherwise. I know 2011, 2013, 2015, and 16 ended in the day. And I feel like 2012 and 2014 could have ended in the day if not for, the rain in 2012, then the jet dryer that I was there for. And in 2014 was basically like a copy and paste of last year. It started in the day, but then a long ass delay, and they somehow got it restarted and just finish out the night. And this is the first time since 2019 we got a dry Daytona 500. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, here we go! Oh, Noah's out! Damn it! Damn it, Noah's out! Ty missed it, though! Daniel Hemrick missed it! Damn it, Noah's out! I knew that was going to happen!
His first top 5 in the 500. Now, Kevin Harvick can't see both sides of that car to assess damage.
That front is way towed in. It's hurt bad.
And Noah Gregson.
Damn. At least he made it this time.
62. Eric Jones, who was poised for a top 5 finish.
Yep, Noah's out.
From the Goodyear blimp.
What even happened?
Harvick outside of Keselowski there. And Bubba Wallace. Here comes Larson. Oh.
That wasn't even Harvick. That was all Larson.
Jammed up.
And I thought Noah was going to go over.
He was trying to slow that momentum down.
Man, enough Ty barely missed another one. Man, Ty barely missed another one.
Harvick was having to slow down. Larson's got another one.
Watch Kevin try to
Kevin's got to run on the 17 at the same time, so Kevin has to check up here, and Kyle's got a ton of momentum.
Hate that for
You saw Kevin kind of move to the outside.
hate that for Noah though.
Larson was trying to tee him up, square him up, so it was a good bump draft, and they both hit at an angle and spun him around.
Told
You
ya.
can see how the exhaust pipes out of the 5 car. You could see where he
Told you they weren't gonna.
So it wasn't like you just ran in there and plowed through.
And 2 cars that shoot through the middle, Kyle Busch and David Reagan in the 15.
Oh.
He moved up to square up to the 17 right at the time.
Yeah, I still call it the Bud Shootout in Gatorade, which went 125. I hate name changes. Hate that Noah was caught up in that.
I think he wanted to go.
I'm gonna go MTJ. I don't know how Ty managed to avoid this too. Damn. Man, Daniel missed it. Daniel was way far in the. Man, Daniel was far enough for acting.
Barely got by that.
I thought the sick Noah was gonna go over.
And that's not any. This whole thing is not anybody's fault. That is just circumstances. Yes.
Shit happened, yeah.
So once again,
Well, app is it in? They're showing replays of the wreck that Noah was in, so I have to check. I knew they were not going to make it to the end without crashing. Oh, it's a red flag now to clean this up, and I knew that was going to happen.
All of the cars have been stopped on the track prior to the start-finish line, while the track crews clean up the debris field. So under the red flag, no work is allowed.
Noah Gregson.
Kevin Harvick's crew assessing the damage and looking at what they might try to fix once the red flag is lifted. Let's check with Vince Welch.
With Brad Doherty, one of the team owners for Ricky Stenhouse car. What's it feel like? You're one of the team owners watching your car compete for the Daytona 500 win. How the nerves feel?
Yeah, pretty nervous, Vince. You know, we got a really strong race car. Our team's done a great job today. Been solid.
Brad Doherty.
Race.
And they misspelled his name.
Good positions. Got a lot of Fords stacked up behind us right now, so he's going to have to fend them off when we restart. But I'm pretty nervous right now.
Yeah, we'll check your heart rate. We might get it. Let's go to Jamie Little.
Booty Barker, the crew chief.
Booty Barker!
Quite a while now. When we get going again, you guys will be fit. What's your assessment?
It's lap 190.
You guys have been able to lead. You've been shuffled back. You kind of seen it all.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about.
Yeah, Mike Joy is still there. It's going to be a sad day when he and Bill Land retire from NASCAR and Spurs broadcasting. Okay, Mango, it's lap 191, I think.
But right now, we're fortunate. Bubba's doing an exceptional job. He and Freddie. I mean, anything could happen in his last 9.
Man, that shit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we got a great shot.
Look at that smile. So slide, Mike.
They're in 5th place right now. Let's talk to the leader.
Got it. Hey, Ricky Stenhouse, it's Boyer up the Fox Sports booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you, boy.
No, it's under a red flag because they had to clean up. A big wreck just happened, so they threw the red flag to clean up the debris. So we're going to be here for a little while longer. A red flag situation is what lost Sterling Marlin the 2002 version. He got out of his car and tried to repair some damage under the car, and the red flag has always been no working on the car during the red flag. That's always been the NASCAR rule. Unless it's like an exhibition race or a special event like the Bud Shootout or the Winston All-Star race, that's fine, but because there's no like regular rules. But in a points-bearing race, working on the car until red is a no-no. That means you get sent to the tail end of the longest line. That's what happened to Sterling when I was 8 in the 2002 Daytona 500. Had to settle for 8th, and it gave the win to Ward Burton.
Good luck. We know you'll be up there. Get on the blocking, all right? We're going to be watching it. Daytona 500. Game on, baby.
Game on for sure.
Oh, yeah, como va? Oh, ties 11th after all that. Nice.
Crash here. Now, Kevin Harvick basically got caught in a sandwich. He came up on a car that was a little slower, and then he got hit by Kyle Larson, who was a lot faster behind him.
Makes me happy to see Harvick crash.
How he kept that thing going straight is beyond me. That's a whale of a job.
He is still in the race. I mean, they're on pit road. They have damage. They're going to try to get it fixed. Watch Chase Elliott here in the 9. We saw David Reagan right through the middle. Kyle Busch.
Whoa.
And whoa, turn it around.
And Chase never hit anything.
Is he at the road course now?
Did you ever see Joey Chitwood or, the Hurricane Hell drivers, Dan Fleenor, those guys? That looked like Chase Elliott right there.
Man, Joey Chitwood couldn't do that.
That feels like that gut-wrenching feel. Bottomless, right? When that thing breaks loose and goes sideways at 180-some mile an hour, it gets your attention in a hurry.
All right, the red flag has been lifted.
All right, red flag's lifted, but okay. Ghost Balone, if you're still there, the red flag is lifted.
So we've had 22 cars involved in some type of crash so far.
Oh my God, it's always every year at Daytona and Talladega.
Different leaders. Right now you've got a single car
A Wreck-A-Mole Derby.
with a rookie right behind him and a red flag with
I won't be surprised if the Aaron's 499 later in the year is just crazy. That's Talladega.
You commit to pushing the guy in front of you, even if you get in a bad position. It's for the Daytona 500, and you're going to take all the chances you can. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s car is going to be as wide as the never has been.
All right, let's recap. Earlier, we talked about cars involved in Denny Hamlin, who's won 3 of the last 6 Daytona 500s, was a favorite here out of the race. This is lap 63, the rookie, or the 21-year-old Harrison Burton, flipped and wrecked, triggered a wreck that took out Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch was
Yep, the imposter and Brett Bodine's number.
See Harrison Burton's car flip. Luckily, it landed on all 4 tires. Harrison Burton was able to walk away.
It's interesting that Keselowski being overly aggressive, in the words of Denny Hamlin. And then on lap 151, Tyler Reddick and both Truex and Logano involved in this, with 5 cars total.
Yeah, this collected some of the favorites. Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano also, you see, is involved in this. And Joey's back on the track, back just a little bit. Tyler Reddick had an issue with this car.
And Truex is currently 12th. Moments ago, this involved...
Oh, I know. Marv Albert overstayed his welcome. But let's not forget, before I started watching the NBA, before me and Tim Duncan showed up, he was actually out of action for 3 years, I think, due to a sexual assault case. Which is why Bob Costas was there in 97, 98, 98, 99, 99, 2000. They let him come back in 2000, 2001. Because if he tried that shit today, he would be canceled.
When I say 9 scheduled, we could have overtime, and we may not have seen our last wreck. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski, currently running 4th, has led the most laps today, trying for his first ever Daytona 500. Let's check in with Regan Smith.
Well, Chris, Kyle Larson checked and released from the Infield Care Center. Kyle, so much speed, all the speedway. Start on the pole. Looked like you finally started to make your move at the end of the race there. How disappointing is this?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I had to run there on the 4, and I didn't realize how close he was to the 17, and I got to him.
Man.
He was getting to him, and it got him out of shape.
It's amazing how Chase didn't hit anything.
Did that, but it's so hard to see in front of him, especially on a straightaway like that. So, like I said, I didn't realize how close he was to him, and it just got him all jacked up. So, hey, that I hit our race as well as a bunch of others, but our IndyCars.com Chevy was fast, and hopefully we can see a Chevy win here with Ricky out front.
Series champion Kyle Larson out of the race, and here is your leader, Mr. Lonely, in that he is a single car team, and you look at those makes on the right side of the pylon.
Yeah, Bob Costas, yeah. This was before I touched Michigan, I think, and I think it was in the middle of 99, 2000. I did move to Michigan. He was still there.
You look at 2nd, 3rd, 4th with Cinder.
Really cool.
Both Penske drivers, with Keselowski, a former Penske driver, but it's on his own. Those guys are going to be tough for him to.
Well,
he might be able to hold 1 or 2 of them off, but to hold 3 or more, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that or not.
Well, talk about the paradox at the top of the show and drivers who have tried for many years to win this race. Martin Truex, it's his 18th 500. Kyle Busch, it's his 17th. David Reagan trying for the 16th time.
Yeah, now it's one. Yeah, Mike Breen. Now he does the Knicks games. He does the Estupido Pendejo Network and the Knicks games.
I look at all of those guys. I love Ricky Stenhouse, what he's doing right there. Again, the lone wolf out there, but sometimes that's a good thing. You're at the dance looking for a dancing partner, and somehow, some way, there's still a way to win this thing. You got to play a little bit of defense, get in there, break those boys' dancing party up, and make some noise that way. Put them in a situation where they have nothing to do but push you.
I don't know, Tony. You come to the party stag, you're likely to go home alone.
Yeah, but
not with a haircut like that.
No, Ricky has done a great job. We've seen him in this position before where he's had to hold off guys, and he can hold off a lot of cars at one time, but man, he's got 3 tough ones right behind him right now. He can do this, but he's going to have to make the right moves at the right times.
There's no question. The Fords are flexing some serious muscle, and they've got them lined up. Right?
Mike Breen, yeah, I've listened to them before whenever, there was no Spurs feed with Bill and Sean available.
Ricky Stenhouse, I need to be starting to look and formulate my mind how to find those guys as well.
And how to block 2 lanes at once.
Big time.
2 lanes, block everybody. Everything, everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. You just got to go.
Yeah, that's part of how I came up with Bang Bang Tito Puente for the Spurs when they had 3-pointers. 9, yes!
Now, that is a new adjustment this year. We talked about the Geico restart zone, and the control car, the race leader, which is Stenhouse, who was elected the outside lane. He is the only lead driver gets lane choice. Stenhouse must fire off within the Geico restart zone. But should he spin the wheels or miss a shift, it's no harm, no foul if Austin Cindric beats him across the start-finish line.
No more start-finish line rule. It's all that has to happen is that leader jump first. As long as that's good, starts good, where we go, we're going racing.
And that's a good change. I mean, that's something that's needed to happen.
Steakhouse.
I mean, a lot of times you were at the mercy of the guy that was leading the race and on the restart. But
yeah,
this is a good change.
If he spun the tires, you had to sit there and pedal.
It's not wrong.
There's the all-new 301 horsepower Toyota Camry TRD. It's been leading the field here at Daytona.
Yep.
It'll be 6 laps to go when they get back.
Bye-bye, Harvick!
The restart green. Larry, is it a little late to look at the trends, or are we running time?
See ya, Harvick!
The last 5 Daytona 500s during stage racing era.
Yep, bye-bye, Harvick.
Lap 191, 9 to go, but 3 overtime finishes in the last 5 Daytona 500s. We may not be done yet, like Jimmy McMurray said.
Bye-bye, Harvick. Pack watch.
We'll go green, white, checker as many times as it takes to get to the checkered flag. So the 2 and 12, you lined up there together, Cindric and Blaney. They are teammates. Roger Penske's birthday today. We all know what the captain wants for happy birthday.
And if you're those two, you got
ties at 9. Come on, dude.
Chris Buescher, newly crowned.
Do like your brother did in 2018 to do a little upgrade of what you did in 2019, the year after in the 13. Go, go, go. Ale, ale, ale. I mean, the cautions are relaxing, but my God, as soon as it gets back to green, then your heart goes crazy again.
4 cars under a blanket.
Damn right.
Yes. No more give and take.
No.
And I think you'll see more side drafting off of Ricky. You don't want to
Okay.
in the middle and give Brad a chance to get underneath of you.
Bubba Wallace gets up there with the 2 Fords, and they edge out front.
Oh, shit! Look out, Ty! Okay, good. He missed it! Ty missed another one!
Might have seen this movie before earlier in the day.
Another Yep.
7th caution flag, lap 196.
Yep, another big one. Yep, another wreck 'em.
He's just able to push harder
Yep, another bigger rack.
And I mean, he's using it. He's using it for all its might.
I missed another one.
I mean, there's no mercy on the push right now.
Ricky Stenhouse led the Daytona 500 with 8 laps.
Yep, time to take out the guard.
Go home alone.
Heartbroken.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken for him. I mean, that kid, he does a great job. He's one hell of a race car driver, you know, and his restrictor plate game has really been strong the last couple of years.
Yeah, I forgot about Stacey King, honestly, but I know that name.
Be able to hold the guys off by himself. Didn't have to have a partner to do it. He's been able to hold his own up there.
And that's a tough pill to swallow. Right, that wasn't a bad block or anything else. Moved down.
We're going to take the garbage out after the race. Doesn't matter what happened. Anyway, my mom didn't shut the door all the way.
This Daytona 500. He came off he was side drafting Bubba pretty hard, but when he come off of it, that thing was gone.
It's got a little
for the
wave in it.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I'm laughing not because David Reagan just snuck through with the third one in a row. He is blessed. You'll see his number 15 come through here after.
Saw Ricky come down a little bit toward the 23, and then as he came up, then it just.
Yeah, I think he came down. It's just light. It was.
Now look at Kyle Busch, how close he came to being in that.
And that may not even have been Ricky turning.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he was correcting it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it may got pushed down
light.
And Kyle Busch dodges another one.
Goodbye, Stenhouse.
We'll give you 2 onboard views from Ricky Stenhouse.
Yes. Stenhouse back.
He's already talking too.
Yeah, he's got his hand down there. He's wrecking and talking to his crew. Big push on that inside.
See how they can do that, and it doesn't upset that 2 car of Austin Cindric whatsoever. The 6 car, he pushes him right here, and you can see he's light, he's loose, and he finally spins him around.
Oh, I don't watch the Chicago feed all that much, but yeah, I guess I learned something new today.
To go into the fence off of the nose of Brad Keselowski. Harrison Burton early suffered that fate.
Let me get out of every audio's voice so I don't get bitched at like at the Mountain Dew Southern 900 last car. Man, how is Ty avoiding all these wrecks?
He never lives either. I mean, he just keeps driving.
Well, but you don't have a choice. Then that car gets out from underneath of it. You better keep driving. He's coming back up.
I think that was a fender off Bubba's car that went flying there. Bubba Wallace.
Oh, the Boomers are going to have a field day with that.
That's a heartbreaker. So the total number of cars involved in crashes today, we're at 25 out of 40. I forget what the over and under was on pre-race. 20? But we're way over.
It was optimistic, though. Optimistic, but not realistic.
There you go. Well, now you have the Penske cars 1-2. We'll have to
Very, very nice.
side by side.
Very, very nice.
When this happens,
I was only a little kid. I was a little kid when it was Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman on the Bulls.
will that be the case here?
Man. How are we missing all of these crashes? I'll never know. You can do it, Ty.
Well, it's Mr. Optimism there, Austin Cindric.
I don't necessarily think when he says dump, he means crash, but what he means is that car in second will pull out to go on around.
Dump him out of the lead,
Correct.
let's say.
Bubba's got more damage on the right front of his car than I thought he did. Whole fender's gone.
Yep. Yeah, we saw that fender fly.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that bad, though. It's a whole
Neither did I.
Well, my crew chief, Drew Blickenstir, for 2 Daytona 500 victories for you already. You've got your driver in position now, 5th place. What do you tell him going into this final restart?
Hendrick's in
This is up to
13.
him. He's done a great job today. He's kind of hung out, made sure we had a car at the end.
you got to miss one or two of the big ones kind of to have a chance at one of these, and we just missed 2 of them. So I think we've done what we needed to do. He's in position. Now it's up to Eric. He's one of the best in the business. This Smithville Ford's been fast. And
yeah, my dream was to go to San Antonio to see a Spurs home game, to see Duncan play in person, but on the Spurs home court, but that shit didn't even work out.
It's a little bit of both. I mean, he's done a great job all day. Our discount tire Mustang's been really fast. Guys are out shape to giving us great horsepower all day and reliability, and we're in the best spot we can be. We just got to try to keep it there.
Thanks, sure.
Austin Cindric is in his 8th Cup Series start. Trevor Bayne won the 500 in his 2nd Cup start. Mario Andretti in his 7th. So as they come to the caution, counting the laps down, that means we will go to...
Oh, shit, it's overtime!
If the leader takes the white flag under green, the next flag ends the race.
The checkers are the records.
The checkered flag, that's easy to score. If it happens to be the caution flag, then the field will be scored given their position at the moment the plunger is pushed to illuminate the caution lights.
Oh, come on, Ty.
Stamped on all of NASCAR's video and all of their scoring information, and they can pick through and put every car in the proper position at that moment.
Where do you want to be?
Yep,
Tony?
overtime.
Right up here with you.
Overtime in Daytona.
I'm scared. I don't want to be in this right now.
So Austin Cindric with Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney with Brad.
Can Bubba Wallace win it with only one fender and piss off the boomers even more?
Now he's got Ty Dillon right behind him. Otherwise, the Toyotas, Kyle Busch and Knight, they have no friends.
Time to put the Austin hat away and put the Ty hat on.
That's the question.
It's going to beat the others to the line.
I don't think anybody has any friends. Those are teammates on the front row this restart. I don't think they're friends right now. I think you have to be greedy. You're trying to win the Daytona 500.
All right, so on the restart, Austin Cindric is the controller.
So do I, just to see all the boomers have a field day and find millions of ways to discredit him.
The outside car come around and hook up again, or is it on?
Well, I think that's going to happen. They're going to try that, but I think Brad's going to have something to do with it.
Yeah, the Spurs should have had their first championship before Duncan in 1995, but, Robinson's first in the ring without Duncan, but Hakeem said otherwise. Anyway, we'll save the basketball questions for the next Spurs game this coming Friday. My heart is in a knot.
Can time it for Cindric to come down in front of him. Those two can hook up and maybe take off. If not, well, let's find out.
Oh, come on, Ty.
Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Oh, they're jamming it up on the inside.
Chase Briscoe hooked on to the 6 of Keselowski. Cindric gets down in front of Blaney, who's not yet in touch with him.
Exactly. And Brad Keselowski waited. He backed up to Chase Briscoe.
I keep thinking the two is Brad, but it's not.
Big run at this.
Fast freight coming on the outside track. Keselowski, Briscoe, Kyle Busch.
And it's so important.
Oh, the cars are shaking.
Again, if that caution comes out during that white flag, the race is over. It's time to get established. You better do it quick.
3 miles to go.
Can we at least get to the white flag before we crash? If we're going to crash. White flag. Next flag ends the race. The only way Ty wins is if they all crash in front of him. And he gets lucky enough to go on through.
He's going to have to stay there.
My heart is pounding fast.
Cindric can't get too far out.
Coming to turn 3 where it all came undone last year on the final lap.
And they make it through this time.
Briscoe's out. He can't get to
Austin Cindric, who's
Austin Cindric might win this race.
as a car owner. Cindric is going to bring them to the line way up high to block Ryan Blaney, and at the line, Cindric beats.
Oh, they're going to crash out. Oh, Daniel. Oh, shit. Austin Cindric wins the day. No, that wasn't Daniel. I'm sorry. That was Reagan. Austin Cindric won the Daytona 500. A rookie won the Daytona 500. Holy shit. Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric wins the Daytona 500. A rookie. Biggest race. NASCAR's biggest race. Have you ever? I thought they were going to wipe out coming to the end.
That was the big run. They got a lot, pushed Ryan Blaney right there. Huge run on the outside and a massive block.
No, that wasn't Daniel. That was Reagan there. Yeah, but Trevor was part-time. Trevor wasn't eligible for Rookie of the Year. This is the first time a true rookie has won the 500. Oh, better. Their birthday. Nice. Nice P11. Nice P11 finish.
We were at Charlotte Motor Speedway one night with the little Bandolero cars when Austin Cindric on a Monday night rookie race won his first ever race. A couple weeks later, who was in attendance for winter heat? Roger Penske and Walt Zarnicki. They wanted to see this kid.
Well, they saw what they liked it.
He didn't disappoint.
They needed to see.
Man, I can't believe it. We got the ninth driver to score his first win in the Daytona 500. So it'll be Ty's turn next year, hopefully. I'm going to keep saying Ty Dillon's going to win the Daytona 500 until he actually does get it. Damn, I don't even like Cindric, but I'm happy for him. And Ty finished 11th. Daniel finished 12th.
Let's join Jamie Little with the winner.
Oh my goodness.
Austin Cindric has wanted to be a race car driver his entire life. He's raced everything. You made it to the top level.
Love it.
A rookie in the Cup Series. Austin, you are a Daytona 500 champion.
Oh my God! You know what makes it all better? A packed house. A packed house at the Daytona 500. Oh my God! I've got so many people to thank. First and foremost, Roger Penske. Happy birthday! Oh my gosh! I appreciate Ryan being a great teammate. Obviously, he wants to win this one, but I'm so pumped for Discount Tire, Menards, Ford. Everybody works so hard to with this next gen car through this whole process. And
I know Kamikaze Games hardly isn't happy.
this makes up for losing a championship last race I did.
You're an Xfinity Series champion, but this is a whole new ball game, Austin. I know you spent a lot of time working just this week on drafting and doing things the right way. How did you adapt so quickly to get it done when it counted on the last lap?
I'm surrounded by great people. That's all there is to it. I know there's going to be highs and lows. Being a rookie in a field of drivers this strong, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, excited for the climb, the mountain we got ahead of us on the 2 team. But we're in the playoffs. That's one good box check. But my gosh, what an awesome group of fans! What an awesome race car! Just really thankful.
How about it? Austin Cindric is your champion. Reagan.
For the second time in his career, Bubba Wallace finished second in the Daytona 500. Bubba, I saw you put your head down as you got out of the race car. So strong all night long. Talk me through the emotions right now.
Yeah. First of all, that's pretty damn cool to win the 500 in your, I think, first attempt, maybe not, but full season for him. So congrats to Austin. What could have been, right? Man, it just. I need to talk about some happy stuff here. Just dejected, but the thing that kicks me up is just the hard work that we put into our speedway stuff and the hard work from everybody at 2311.
Wow.
Can't thank them enough.
Have you ever? Well, that does it for this live stream. That does it. But anyway, the next live stream I'll be doing will be on TikTok for the Coke 600. So stay tuned for my Daytona 500 reaction video after I take out the trash and while I'm eating dinner. So thank you all for tuning in. Happy Bobby Labonte 18th birthday to Ryann Clapham, the older sister of one of my very best friends, Caden Clapham, the Alex Trebek birthday boy. And of course, happy 52nd birthday yesterday to Bellamy Young, Margaret Honeycroft, on ABC's Promised Land. See you all for that next video and that next live stream. Yeah, good race for Cindric, Julian. Bye-bye, everybody.
This one sucks when you're that close, but all in all,